card race. Doug, you can do so on the Callier and Thompson phone lines with Chairman Kurt at 314-974-0101. If you'd rather just text in 314-399-9646, that's brought to you by Air Comfort Service. And then if you just want to talk it over with cute guys, you can do that at the Michelob Ultra YouTube chat. That's youtube.com/TMASTL. So now we've given you the ways to communicate with us. What do you want to communicate to the people?
Well, I don't have a lot to communicate with you, Tim.
They won.
I'm not going to be much good to you.
Whoa, something else.
Well, despite the win, we're still 5.5 out in the wild card, so
A lot of time left.
Thank you,
A lot of time left.
Thank you, Martin.
I always like that wild card, Daddy likey. But I don't know that we're going to have time to close the window.
Only 13 back of the Brewers.
You know, did you see what
13 back.
Did you see what Toronto did to Colorado over the last 3 days?
Yeah, they took them behind the dumpster.
15-1, 10-4, and 20-1.
Well, that Rocky club comes to St. Louis on Monday, and it looks like they're really competing.
Oh. I mean, couldn't you...
How does Daddy feel about the Rockies?
What would Tony say about the Rockies?
Yeah. How do you spin that one?
With a straight face. You're like, hey, Tony, you got the Rockies. Yeah, it's a really tough club. Like, well,
I'm
actually,
going to try hard not to call you clueless.
60 games under 500. No, I don't think you're watching close. Like, what?
That is the most hits in a 3-game series in 125 years, Martin, so it's a small sample size.
Okay.
The Blue Jays had 63 hits in the win against the Rockies. That is the most by a team in a 3-game set since 1900. I know the Prime Ministers are underperforming, Martin. That's Doug's fantasy team.
Yes, they are.
They're kind of more of the Marlins or Pirates of fantasy sports, whereas the South Side Seamen more of the Yankees.
Well, I don't know.
Doug, you don't spend? Is that it?
No,
You don't spend?
Sure, I spend right to the limit.
And whereas Charlie Marlowe, in a stunning development in our league, released Bo Bichette, Southside Seaman, pounced. It's nice to have Blue Jays on your roster when they go and set a record that has been standing for 125 years. I don't know if the Prime Ministers had Vlad Guerrero or Joe Carter.
Nothing. I got some Brewers. My team is just ass.
Clip that off.
I got nothing.
Is it possible Marlowe got sidetracked because Ryan Blaney got a new crew chief?
Ooh.
I don't know that he did, but I'm just saying that type of information might clog Chuck's brain.
Yeah, he might be in a
these days.
fantasy auto racing league.
I think he probably is.
Wouldn't you think the Memphis Redbirds could play Toronto tougher than 15-1, 20-1, and 10-4?
I 100% do.
Yeah, you would think.
Weather will tee those boys up, Doug.
Yeah, let him go out there and swing a course.
It's just hard to believe how you could be this bad. I understand having some down years, but this bad is hard to do when you're picking from a common draft and there is free agency out there. It's hard to believe a team could be assembled that is this far off the beaten path.
I think Manfred calls the Rockies and says, "What's going on? Why are you so bad?"
Maybe.
It's just a bad look for all of us.
Yeah.
Don't give up.
I just felt the way that the Team USA roster is built, they would have to outscore their opponents to win.
Okay.
How about that?
Got to keep that in mind.
Also of note, when you're playing in that ballpark and you get to play 81 games there, only one team has scored fewer runs than the Colorado Rockies in Major League Baseball. Fun facts for no one tell. Want to take a guess?
Can I look it up?
So one team has scored less runs
Rockies
all
have scored
season?
424 runs. Only one team in Major League Baseball has scored fewer. What team is it?
White Sox or the A's?
White Sox are going to cover that over for me. Tam Avenue Capital Partners will not have a cash call.
These are
number.
not terrible.
Pirates are all
Pirates.
That.
Yeah,
Okay.
Pirates probably.
Yeah, you always default.
The
click to
Marlins
Pirates.
are having a little bit of
the
a
Marlins
big surprise.
renaissance. Yeah, those guys will look great in pinstripes or Dodger blue in the next couple of years, but right now they're wearing teal and playing in front of friends and family in South Florida.
If you're on the Rockies and you're at the hotel bar the night before, hey, we got a game early. Get up. Let's go, guys. You're like, who cares? I mean,
54 games under 500 right now.
How do you, I mean, professional pride, yes. You're a big leaguer. You are going to try hard. These guys are all in great shape. I understand that. But I would just think, hey, do an extra lap out there today, Doug. Take an extra, shag a little longer. You're like, okay, I will, but.
Who cares?
It would really be embarrassing, I think, among your peers anyway.
That club over there took 2 out of 3 from our Cardinals. That's from Philip Seymour Doffman.
Yeah, they did beat them bad a couple times.
Yeah. Well, there's a revenge series coming up here in 4 short days. But first, the Chicago Cubs come to town. How do you do?
Well, I'm fine. Cubs are leading the wild card race in the National League.
They're 4 back of the Brewers. They're going to get a little upset in Chicago there. If Craig Counsell's old squad's got the upper hand, Doug. Brewers just had a road trip. I think there was some weird that is a stat for everything, but it was the first time a team had won like 5 or 6 in a row on the road, scored 50 or more runs, and had 0 errors. That means they're playing good ball.
Boy, are they ever.
And as I noted on yesterday's presentation, if you were to bet the World Series champion right now, per Bovada, the Brewers are the 9th team in the pecking order of odds to win the World Series, despite the fact that they have the best record in the game.
That has to be just because they weren't expected to be much this year.
Doug, take advantage. Do you call it value season?
I would. Yeah, they're not the team that comes to mind when the average sports gambler is going to pick who's going to win the World Series. I wouldn't think. They're thinking of the bigger name teams, the Dodgers and the Phillies and the Yankees probably, even though the Brewers right now are probably better than all those teams.
And Tim, you're the resident degenerate gambler.
That's right.
Question. In Vegas, and I'm serious about this, when they set a line or these odds, for example, the Brewers, it would seem that there's some human element to that. Like if you're sitting there putting numbers together, wouldn't you say, well, the Brewers, come on. Is it all driven by stats and data when they put out odds?
You have a wide variety of elements that contribute to your lines, both spreads and then what we're talking about right now, futures. So there is an initial line creation, which is created by a wide variety of data.
Like an algorithm
season, which the Tam Avenue Capital Partners have obviously perfected. And then if you see the market, especially the guys who actually are sharp, as they call it, profitable, hammer a line, then there is a correction to move it. So for profitable sports gamblers, they monitor the markets. Number one, they don't just settle on one line. They shop the lines. But if a line comes out for, what do you got, Texas, Ohio State, which I'm sure is actually set, but maybe a few weeks in, the weekend of September 27th, in honor of my birthday, college football has... What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that?
That is a sad little gong, my friend.
I'm going to start hitting that one when Tim eliminates himself.
Okay.
They call that auto-eliminating. You need to be flexible. They said, okay, these guys are hammering this line. We need to move it back the other way.
So humans get involved at that point,
indeed,
and say
that's correct.
But I wonder
because they don't want to have a lot of exposure.
Do you think the Brewers being the 9th favorite, even though they're having this great year, do you think there's some human element to that, or is it just simply data?
I think that there is some human element to it. You made the comparison, which I think was right on, to the Winnipeg Jets, President's Trophy winning team, but not many people around the league were picking them to win the Stanley Cup. There's, the Dodgers are plus 235. They've kind of been flopping around a little bit relative to their talent. The Phillies are plus 850. The Yankees, who have really had some issues here as of late, are at plus 900, and the Brewers are plus 1,500, and the Mets, Astros, Blue Jays, and Cubs are all ahead of them. So, the Cubs, who are 4 back, are still shorter odds than the Brewers to win the World Series.
See, I still picture a guy named Vinny going, hey, the Brewers, get out of here. Make them the 9th favorite.
Yeah, that's probably who it is.
You think it's Vinny?
Vinny and Carmine's right in there with him.
I'm telling you, I can't wait to hear it from my wife and her family today after that kind of comment. Not going to go well. Not going to go well. If you're an Italian-American, would you like to text in or call in? 314-399-9646. That's how you can text in. 314-974-0101. Callier and Thompson phone lines. That is how you can call in. And then you got this Design Air Heating and Cooling email today, the morning after at InsideSTL.com. The morning after at InsideSTL.com. Really fun leaderboard so far this month, Doug. I know you were excited to see self-made stay-at-home Ledoux mom leading. I did finally get a Venmo, sent the $50 for her win. Now, the thing that's a little confusing, it was a guy's Venmo.
Boy, Doug and I kind of sniffed that one out months ago.
But said this was a guy that she was occasionally seeing.
Sure.
Because, as you know, she's married. So this is a side piece, and I Venmo'd him. So she doesn't have a Venmo set up.
She doesn't exist.
What?
He is a steel worker out Granite City way. That's
that
what it
right?
is. That's
And
right.
on his cigarette break, he is texting into this show.
That's correct.
And emailing in fine prose. Well, either way, the $50 has been paid, and I hope it helps the monogramming business that apparently has fallen on hard times.
There's no monogramming
off of
business.
Conway.
No.
You know, that's you can email in too, because Buck Swope had a wonderful win yesterday. He went after Beer Cats, and he went after them hard. So that was tense. I think he went after Beer Cats. I don't know. There's so many wars going on right now.
That was on Tuesday.
Well, who won yesterday?
The listeners to be named later.
Martin, the listener to be named later.
Oh, I heard this. We were in a smoke break during onboarding, and you guys all voted in a row for the same person.
That's rare, Martin.
Yeah.
That's
You were
rare.
in lockstep. I like that. A listener to be named later. I like that.
Listener to be named later is along
moniker.
with Buck Swope, self-made stay-at-home Ladue mom, and of course Doug's all-time favorite Kevin Miller. They all have wins so far this month in Design Air Heating and Cooling Email of the Day. Design Air, a sponsor of the Design Air Heating and Cooling Email of the Day, longest-running sponsor on TMA, going back now more than a decade. That's Seth Goldcamp and his team. If you run into any issues with your air conditioning, go to designairservice.com. Doug, we're creeping back up into the 90s.
I know.
92 for a high today, 93 for a high Friday, 93 for a high Saturday, 90, 90, 91. And then, once again, gets back down into the mid-80s next week. But you got an air conditioning issue, it's real simple. You go to designairservice.com. You're chatting with somebody at Design Air, quick, fast, in a hurry. They come out, they service it. They don't upsell you. They take care of it. That's why Martin's a client. That's why Doug's a client. That's why I'm a client. You can count on them. Fourth-generation owner and operator Seth Goldcamp runs one fine business. Doug likes a gentleman by the name of Larry and calls him the Silver Fox. I don't know if they take requests like a wedding DJ for your
They
service
might.
tech.
They might.
But Doug has a personal
Play
deal
shout.
with Larry, the Silver Fox. It's Design Air Heating and Cooling online at designairservice.com. Martin, I don't know if you saw this Stiefel dossier. It says it's a great day to be good. Jackson's doing like corporate office part artwork in the Stiefel dossier.
Are you wearing your flares today?
World.
Do you know I can't get into the dossier because on this particular computer, when I just go to get into my email, it says insert your security key into the USB port. And I have no idea what that means.
Well, did you bring your security key?
I don't have my security key to insert into the USB port.
Looks like you're.
So this whole dossier, I'm going to have to look it up on my phone. So, Tim, I'm sorry. In the dossier, is a little bit of a pep talk?
Yeah. It says it's a great day to be good, and then there's like a little flag or something next to it.
Well, there's no flag.
What's that all
It's like a flag. That looks like Old Glory to me.
I don't know how to even put in a flag. If I could, I would.
Well, what is that? Oh, it's gone now. Now it's back. It's Jackson's cursor. That's what it is. I have the live, breathing, organic dossier in front of me, brought to you by Stiefel.
Yeah. Yeah.
we
So
go.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know
Yeah.
why I put that in there. It just felt like it feels like a great day to be good.
All right. Well, there you go. And what is that about?
What is anything really about? You
Wow.
know?
So
Like,
existential.
anything really
Like,
about.
if you want to get existential, I'm more than
Thanks,
happy
Joe.
to.
Hey, Old Glory just got put into the dossier. Did you do that?
No,
Chairman Kurt had to be.
who's easy there?
Wow, he doesn't like seeing the American
Gosh.
flag.
Oh, what a spin!
Wow.
Libby
Wow.
Jack.
Surprised
There
the
it
hammer
is.
and sickle isn't in there, huh?
Right.
Cardinals Corner
Upside down.
will come your way in segment 7-2. Tim in 7-3. More on Cardinals. No headline for 8-1, but one of Jackie's existential questions.
I actually like the question.
Thank you.
I do like the question.
Might take me a minute to read this here. Let's see.
Martin reads a dossier. That's in the show notes right there.
Okay.
Why would this, Tim? Who right now is the poster athlete for St. Louis sports? And then we use the phrase right now again. Who right now is the poster
Jackson,
athlete for St.
Copy
Louis
editor.
sports
Right
right now? Who is the face of the city, Doug? Compare that to 10 and 20 years ago and evaluate the state of sports here in STL based upon the answer. I think you're leading the witness, but I like it.
Chew on it. Don't answer
Okay.
it now. Chew on it.
that.
Yeah.
Let it marinate.
The audience
Okay.
Kind of like
marinate
chalk
on it as
talk.
well.
Grab your little grease board.
yeah.
Start scribbling.
And maybe, Doug, I don't know if this has ever been done in sports talk radio, but, I'm a frontiersman. Your Mount Rushmore of faces of St. Louis sports right now?
Current Mount Rushmore.
The current rush.
But that's, Martin, that's for 8-1, the beginning of the Fisher Window and Door Store, 8 o'clock hour. So
I'm waiting until 8:03 when we have a look around the sporting world.
That's always one of my favorite segments.
A look around the sporting world. What falls under that umbrella?
The sporting world?
Yeah, is it media? Is it games?
Yeah, all
personalities?
of it.
It's
Yes,
all of it.
The sporting world.
Boy, that's when you got nothing, right?
What do you mean?
A look around the sporting world.
What do you got?
Well, I got
Besides that
nothing.
nice golf shirt that I'd take
I
off
got
you
going
right
on.
now.
Jackson wants to take off your shirt.
Yeah, you want to switch?
Weirdo.
Yeah, that's.
I'm
it's
too
hot,
tired to
but
come up with much. I'm battling a dog with insanity issues.
What's
You got an insane dog. Is it
Yes.
that tinsel?
Not pencil. No, that was long ago.
Yeah.
Is it
Rest in
insomnia,
power.
Doug, or
Dora.
insanity?
Dora wakes up in the middle of the night, and first you get right in your face.
That can be hot.
Nothing going on. And then we'll just start barking at air. And was walking around to different rooms, barking in
You
different
think
rooms.
there's a chance there's a spirit?
I was going to say, is
don't know.
possession a possibility here?
You think there's a hologram of like Tupac or something?
It's just insanity is what it
Okay.
is. I mean, I bet I woke up 10, 12 times last night dealing with the dog.
That sounds
Just
awful.
barking. Wanted the water bowl. No, here's a water bowl. Then nothing. Then barking at air again. And they got to go downstairs. Well, what's down there? I don't know. Tried to give the dog a little sedative. It tried to bite me. I'm telling you, I'm dealing with insanity issues.
Are you concerned in any capacity that you do have a haunted home and Dora can see the spirits?
It's possible.
Yeah, you have
'Cause
to
we've
think
had
about it.
incidents in the past.
With your home being haunted?
Yeah.
Wow, Martin, how about that?
Didn't Joey Vitale have a similar issue?
Yeah, but he's
You
got
guys,
like a 200-year-old home.
Yeah.
Why don't you get Father Hagen? Was he the one at SLU that came over and did the exorcism?
Did he really?
Was it Father Hagen?
Not Hagen. I remember him.
No,
he
okay,
knew
I'm-
everybody's name. Everybody's name.
Wasn't it him? It was an old-time St. Louis U High Jesuit that had been involved in The Exorcist.
Wow.
You might be thinking of See the Old Man Pukenhagen.
That would have been in 1949.
I think Father Hagen would have been around for that.
Yeah.
Reverend Luther Miles Scholes.
Somebody that went to the U High that's older than me and older than Tim will know this answer.
All right. Great. Call in with your exorcism stories and maybe can head over to Doug's place to take care of Dora.
The house is still there. It's over there by Normandy Golf Course, where it happened.
They just laid the sod down on number 18. You see that?
I did see a
Normandy?
picture. Boy, it looks great.
I'm
The little
telling you.
picture that
I can't
saw.
wait to go out and compress or flip it.
I'll be flipping.
Jackson will be flipping. Doug's compressing.
No, what's flipping?
Where you add loft because you're not hitting down on the ball, and therefore the ball kind of goes off like a dainty little piss
Okay.
missile.
Well, I guess I'll be flipping.
Yeah, we'll all be flipping together. Martin compresses.
Spinny floaters is what I call them. Just spinny floaters. High, spinny, fall off to the right.
Father Bill Bowden. That's what the 314 says. Martin,
Is
does
that
that ring
Bobby
a bell?
and Tommy's
Jim.
relative?
Bobby and Terry. Tommy, too. Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, and
Okay.
Mike. If I love the girl, who cares who you like? Think about that. Cool It Now, 1984, Boston.
Okay.
So Doug, Father Bill Bowden will be over this afternoon to tend to Dora.
The head hasn't been spinning, and there's been no spinning of green pea soup yet. But when a dog just wakes up a dozen times a night and starts barking at nothing, you begin to wonder.
Ooh, according to one account, a total of 48 people witnessed this exorcism. Interesting.
Really?
That's what it says
They
here.
sold tickets?
I'm saying,
And
this
was
is according to one account.
That hospital
General
in South
admission.
St. Louis, it's not there anymore.
Alexian
right?
Brothers.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll take your exorcism calls.
Okay.
Yeah, we will. 314-974-0101. That is how you can call in with your exorcism stories. And you also can text in 314-399-9646 and participate in the Michelob Ultra YouTube chat, where already 161 friends have gathered this morning, including Jake in St. Genevieve, who's talking it over with Chairman Kurt, who's in there talking to Lex Luthor, Paranormal Paul. He might be an expert on the topic, and the co-founder of the Fairmount Park Players Club. That is all there for you. Jackson and I recorded QFTA yesterday. What is the title of yesterday's episode on the Tim McKernan Show podcast? And is that in the TMA podcast feed?
Yep.
It is. All right.
Oh, I'm so close to having a threesome.
Yeah, that's the title of the episode.
Beg your
Doug.
pardon?
comma.
I'm so close to having a threesome.
You are?
That's just the name of the episode.
Right.
Oh.
You got to listen to find out more.
Yes, exactly right. That's called getting better at teasing.
2 hours and 24 minutes.
And it flew by.
It
Could have
really
done
did.
9. Could have done 9 hours.
Yeah. We landed the plane, and I was like, I probably could have done another hour at least.
Minimum.
Really?
Yeah.
And friends were gathered in the YouTube,
They
too,
were.
talking it over.
Yeah, chatting it up.
Yeah. I'm so close to having a threesome is the title of the episode. That's the Tim McKernan Show podcast. Very proud of the work, the handiwork.
Yeah.
All right, Martin. Well, the Stiefel dossier has been laid out. Now there is a different flag under 7-1. Which flag do we have in there?
Oh, what is that?
Ukraine?
Croatia?
That's Russia.
Oh, is it?
I'm working on this Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, the face of St. Louis
2005 was fine. It's 25 is a little trickier.
Harrison's brother Master is not pleased with the topic. That's kind of surprising. He says Jackson asks who's the face of St. Louis sports at least every other week.
Oh, is that right?
You didn't like the comment, did you?
No, it's funny.
But it could be a changing answer.
I refuse to even dignify that.
And if you want your name changed in the text
Father
inbox,
Holleran. Cousin John is texting. It was
so we're getting wrong information on this
Cousin
Billy
John.
Bowden?
Cousin John says Father Holleran. That's the name I was thinking of that I'd always heard about, and it's called. And there's a story he sent called "The Exorcist Assistant." Father Holleran of the. I think he was at the U High previously at St. Louis U.
The last surviving eyewitness of the events.
Was Father Holleran.
Yes.
That's one of those things you just have to see for yourself to believe it's true, right? You
Yes.
can't believe that people are levitating and heads are spinning.
Well, then there's your
unless you see
dog.
it yourself.
Yeah, what about
Right?
seeing
Does
door?
that
Does
change your
your
opinion?
The dog is just insane, is all.
Well, that's what we're talking about.
All right.
Oh, all night long.
What's your Mount Rushmore of exorcist assistants? Father Holleran's on there.
Got to be Bowden.
He died March 1st, 2005 at the age of 83. He was called upon to assist William Bowden. There you go, Father Bowden.
Okay.
The pastor of St. Francis Catholic Church in St. Louis. There's a bunch of Father Raymond Bishop. I got the whole list, Doug, of these
Okay.
folks who chimed in to get it done.
Well, Martin, they're not happy in
About
the
anything.
Air Comfort Service text inbox, and all members of the dais are just taking shrapnel. The 919 says, Jackson sucking up McKernan the dirtbag. That's Walter's name for me.
Whoa.
Jackson big time dirtbag. McKernan is pervert slime dirtbag.
Ow.
I'm going to agree
This
with
guy-
part of that and disagree with part of it. I don't really think Jackson's a dirtbag.
But has this guy ever heard of articles? Like, you got to say a dirtbag. Just Jackson big time dirtbag is like less words, less
Yeah,
time.
but I mean, in fairness to the 919, he is communicating his message despite the lack of articles. And of course, articles would be a, an, and the. Am I correct on that?
Well, it seems right.
Either, well, it's, send in whatever you want, but
That's right.
I feel like these are not voice activated texts. These are like blinking, like hostages. That's how these texts are being created. Blinking, yes.
They're anti-lemmings is what they are.
Martin, you're taking shrapnel from Rusty Pecker. I PLTD'd last night. I legit think Martin owes Jackson an apology for calling him a dumbass. Jackson didn't give you a hard time for having one of your frat brothers on as a special guest because he didn't know what hockey was. You, sir, are the dumbass. That's from Rusty Pecker. And Doug, I'll find some hate for you here
Oh, there'll be
momentarily. Just got
plenty.
to do a little scrolling. But in general, they're not happy.
I think Martin at one point called me numbnuts, and that's a funny one. That's one that doesn't get used enough anymore.
And
that's funny.
I've already forgotten why, and we're over it.
I remember why.
I
It's
stand
'cause
by the comment for whatever reason.
I thought beer trough was just like a floating,
That's right.
like aquarium
That
of
was a
beer
dumbass take.
that you dip a mug into and just take it out.
You thought people were going to the bar and there was just a trough of beer and you would just scoop out.
I was thinking visually that would be outstanding.
Tim McKernan's Meat and Potatoes is in the YouTube chat, which is brought to you by Michelob Ultra, and he said it was the best QFTA of all time. How about that? That's saying something. Doug, there have been some
Been a
wonderful.
lot.
Wouldn't you like to come in after doing 4 hours here and do 4 hours down there?
Well, I haven't had much sleep.
Coming
Because
up
of
on
Dora.
Yes.
Coming up on 700 episodes.
Is that
It's a
right?
McKernan show.
No,
Yeah.
no.
680. That was yesterday's was 689.
Oh, wow. What are we going to do for the 700th one? The same damn thing.
Yeah, exactly.
And you just prattle on and on and on.
Oh!
Prattles.
Bow, bow, bow!
Yeah, that seemed pointed.
It did seem pointed.
Well, what are the topics that need to be broken down.
I mean, the title of the episode,
689
I'm so close to having a threesome.
There was one point where we started on one topic and got off on like 3 different tangents.
And I have to tell Jackson, to take a note because that's like the breadcrumbs for Hansel and Gretel. Otherwise, I'll have no idea what it was that was. I just need to snort rails of Adderall during that podcast. I mean, rails.
I used to try and keep a running log of this show.
Right,
I
how's
could
that going?
Do a recap, and I've finally just kind of given up.
Doug, we have a Stiefel dossier. We'll stick to it because I can't wait to hear what we got here. I mean, Papers has a wonderful 7-2 segment, and it features the pride of St. John the Baptist. Remember St. John the Baptist on the south side, Martin? They would always forfeit. A lot of denim baseball on the squad if they did field the team, but that's where Greg Amsinger's from. And he made an observation regarding the Cardinals and Dodgers game yesterday, and I can't wait to hear it. I see it in the Stiefel dossier. We'll have that for you coming up next. Plus, Jackson asks the question, who is the face of St. Louis sports? Harrison's brother Master says he does that every other week. We have a Mount Rushmore of the face of St. Louis sports at this moment, August of 2025, because Mount Rushmore is kind of like cutting edge.
It is.
In
New.
sports talk radio, it's new. It's not hackneyed. So that's coming up as well. It is TMA, presented to you by Brown and Crouppen on 101 ESPN. They'll be playing this in downtown St. Louis this weekend as the Cubs head to town while the Cardinals begin the winning streak that will send them to the playoffs. And Doug will say, wild card, Daddy.
Daddy likey.
There you go.
Now, what are you going to say if the Cardinals sweep the Cubs and suddenly they're 2.5 games out of the wild card? Are we still cashing it in? Still no hope? Still not trying as hard as you can every night to win?
Remember the Tigers, 2024. Traded at the deadline, thought they were done, and all of a sudden they made a charge, Doug.
Yeah. Yeah.
What
What if
if they
Arenado
win every single game the rest of the
What
way?
if Arenado comes
Got
back
this.
the last week and says, well, I didn't see this coming, but okay, fine. We're going to the
my
playoffs.
shoulder's better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can say, oh, what's this? Oh.
See, that's
The whole town will be doing that.
That's what you'll say. Get involved on the program. Here are your avenues. You have the Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day. We're giving away 2 VIP tickets to the Stiefel Classic, which is coming up in a month at Norwood Hills Country Club. That includes VIP parking. How about that? It is always one of my favorite events to go to. The morning after at InsideSTL.com. Then you also can text in 314-399-9646. That's 314-399-9646. Air Comfort Service text inbox. Callier and Thompson phone lines 314-974-0101. And you have the Michelob Ultra YouTube chat where they are intensely debating. 170 friends are intensely debating at youtube.com/TMASTL. Jackson's question, which we will tend to at 8 o'clock for the Fisher Window and Door Store 8 o'clock hour. And that is the face of St. Louis sports in 2025 and doing something maybe a little different from normal sports talk radio, the Mount Rushmore. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's been done before.
Of the 4 faces of St. Louis sports in August 2025. But in this segment, Little Jackie Papers has a couple pieces of audio that I am looking forward to hearing. The pride of St. John the Baptist on the south side. Doug, you call that Dutchtown. Greg Amsinger. What do we have here, Papers?
Basically, they're talking about Shohei's performance, but it was kind of bordering on the John Smoltz drop I played about outscoring your opponent to win. A little bit of you can't lose games in the NFL and still win.
That was Trent Dilfer?
Yeah. I'll let the audio speak for itself.
First time I'm saying this all year. We just watched a team win a game that they lost. The Los Angeles Dodgers won this game, but the Cardinals won it 5-3 by the score. The key, Jake, was to see Shohei Ohtani find that ace stuff again. We knew we were going to see more length in the start than we saw all year. He had gone 3 innings a couple times. We were expecting 4 innings. We didn't just see 4 innings. We saw a game 1 starter in terms of his stuff.
Greg, I don't know anybody in the league that has this. Nobody in the league has this kind of power arm and this kind of stuff to go with it, right?
Was that like the opening of a go-go song right at the end? I have to tell you, now that I've heard it, I agree with it.
Yes, that's why I wanted to include all of it, because it sounds kind of goofy.
I follow it. I follow it because, for the Dodgers, the goal isn't to, sneak into the playoffs. They're thinking defending a world championship. And because Ohtani was as dominant as he was, that was a win, even though they lost the game. I follow it. I get it. I like the take, too.
So the win is that Ohtani was
Macro.
an ace.
Yes.
Okay. He wasn't doing the Smoltz, Trent Dilfer confusing.
If I would have just cut it off then, it would have sounded like it. That's why I wanted to include all of it. Because we love Greg Amsinger. Shohei yesterday, 4 innings pitched, 2 hits, 1 run, 8 Ks. Pretty solid.
Oh, he was carving them up. He looked unhittable.
That was the best thing that happened. They took him out.
Yeah.
Cards took out Libby early and then got 5 shutout innings from the pen.
Walker had 3 hits, so that's a win for the Cardinals on top of that, too.
Yeah.
He really does.
Is that 2 wins then? Should they get 2
Cardinals
wins?
get one of them both. Won the doubleheader. He really has looked a whole lot better here over the last 2-3 weeks.
But he's Luis Ariz.
Well, that'd be fine. We'd take that. I don't care if he's 6'6" and 280 pounds. He wants to slap singles all over the field. That's fine.
3 for 5 yesterday with the big hit and a stolen base, for that matter. So Jordan Walker has been hitting since the All-Star break, just not for power. And it's just not happening. I mean, the man has 3 home runs.
Yeah, the power's not there.
And the average still is at 231 with an OPS of 606. So, was it Harvey Keitel who said, let's not start?
Yeah, Winston Wolfe.
Where's the balloon party? They used to call them Punch and Judy hitters if you got a bunch of singles. Yeah, I did. He's a Punch and Judy. And then it just came down to he's a Judy.
I wonder what the origin of that is. I'm going to find out.
I think that might have been an old cartoon, Punch and Judy, maybe.
It was a Jesuit, Doug, that worked at SLU High. Punch
and Judy.
It always goes back to the Jesuits at the University High School. Who cares about the $1 billion Dodgers? That's in 309.
Okay.
What?
Well, if you care about the Cardinals, you want to hear what A.J. Przinsky, member of the Cardinals in 2014, had to say about Chaim Bloom and how he thinks the Cardinals may have pulled something off by getting him in as the soon-to-be president of baseball operations.
He stunk, though, Kip. He stunk at his job. You know why he stunk? Because he drafted all these guys that they're now signing. He traded for a lot of these guys. He rebuilt. His job was to trade Mookie Betts and rebuild the farm system. He did both of those. And they're like, yeah, sorry, Chaim. You can go to St. Louis and try it now because he's going to try it under John Mozeliak. So the Cardinals are like, man, we might have a steal here because I don't know if you know Chaim at all, but I've talked to him a bunch of times. Some people don't like him, but I think he's great. I think he's awesome. And he's great at what he does. He knows how to draft guys. He knows how to develop guys. He knows how to put together a big league roster.
Base hit right there.
Solid.
Well, you would hope he would know how to do those things to get the job. And hopefully he's good at it.
I do want to ask him when we have access to him, which will be roughly a year after he was appointed his position, future president of baseball operations, tell us about the Mookie Betts trade. That's when Keith Tkachuk said he was done with the Red Sox. Yeah. Checked out for good. Longtime Sox fan. Was he told to do that? That's been written a lot in Boston. I'd like to know a little bit more. Trying to shed payroll, whatever. And then they turn around and sign Trevor Story to a big contract. I don't understand. But if it's true, he did exactly what they wanted him to do. Let's kind of rebuild things. And then they fire him a year or two later. That doesn't make any sense. But I'd like to know more.
And that is likely in reference to the 8-year deal that Roman Anthony, who is only 21 years old, got from the Red Sox yesterday. He was drafted in 2022 by Chaim Bloom. So I would imagine that was the reason for that conversation, as I did not listen to the whole podcast. But
Roman Anthony has 2 career homers, 19 career at-bats, and he got $135 million. They're all in.
It's a great sport.
That's even more bold than the Cardinals and Piscotty and Wong. Who else got? Carpenter got one of those.
Jaime Garcia.
They used to just throw those things around. I remember the Garcia signing. Raboski that night on the broadcast, like, I don't know why they're doing this. You don't have to do this. And all of a sudden, Al wasn't doing as many games.
You got to know when to hold them. And Doug, by that I mean right.
It seemed like.
Eric in the Central West End says he's calling in, Chairman. He has an exorcism story. 314-974-010. Maybe he can come by, Doug, and perform the exorcism on Dora.
I'd like to see that, but not in the middle of the night. Let's do it in the middle of the day.
At like 3 this afternoon?
I'd like to sleep tonight.
Eric, if you can come by Doug's house today at 3 for the exorcism, call in 314-974-0101. The program is called TMA. It is presented to you by Brown and Crouppen, and we welcome you to participate in the conversation in a wide variety of ways. We just told you that you can call in 314-974-0101. You can text in 314-399-9646, and of course participate in the Michelob Ultra YouTube chat, where already many have gathered this morning. 190 friends are in there now talking. Just open up your YouTube app, type in TMASTL, now you're in there and you're watching the show. I'm in all black everything, and I think I look cute. I don't know. It's up to you. You can talk about it with the other texters. Sweet Lou Dunbar's in there, so that's kind of fun to have celebrities in there. So is Lex Luthor and the TMA remote lamp and Don Peepee. Don Peepee runs the chat.
How come people named Lou often get the nickname Sweet?
What is that about? Sweet Lou Brown?
Sweet Lou Hudson?
Nice. Sweet Kai?
I don't get that. Yeah. Oh. I mean, a lot of people named Lou. I don't think anyone said Sweet Lou Brock. They said, hello, base burglar.
That's what they would say. Michelob Ultra is the sponsor of that YouTube chat where you can talk with these legends. 95 calories, 2.6 grams of carbohydrates, sun, and more sun in our forecast. Get out and enjoy yourself with some friends and a Michelob Ultra. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Maybe you're going to go shave some strokes. Oh, maybe you're going to enjoy some pickleball. Or maybe you're just going to hang out and talk it over about just how wonderful this presentation is. Why do it with your friend, Michelob Ultra? 2.5 grams of carbohydrates, 96 calories. It's Michelob Ultra, sponsor of the YouTube chat. Doug, here's an exorcism story from Eric in the Central West End on the Callier and Thompson phone lines as you solicit his help to tend to the exorcism of your dog, Dora.
That's
Good morning,
right.
Eric.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hello, Eric.
So I went to SLU. Some of you guys know that, maybe not.
High school or college?
No, college. I went to Vianney. You know that, Doug.
Oh, I forgot. Okay.
Did you know that?
I didn't, but I do know.
So you went to SLU, but you went to Vianney.
Well, Doug, you came to our father-son dances.
Oh, yeah, I remember it now. Yeah, I was kind of drunk that night.
But
So you just show up at these father-son dances?
Plastered. Absolutely plastered.
It's kind of naughty.
Okay. So Vianney and then St. Louis University.
Correct. So this was like it was the fall of 2003. A friend of mine had heard that there had been some exorcism stuff that happened at SLU. All right. Well, anyway, she did some research. Turns out there was some stuff that happened at the top floor of DeBerg Hall. In any event, so she was like, "Hey, why don't we go try to do some exploring?" So a few of us did that. It's not that we broke in, but we kind of found our way up to the top floor of DeBerg Hall.
Is that an old dormitory? What is DeBerg Hall?
DeBerg is it's the oldest building on SLU's campus.
And not being used anymore?
But not necessarily a dorm building, correct?
No, correct. It's used for office now, but when SLU opened, it was like 1818. That was the first campus building. It used to be classrooms, but it's not anymore.
Okay.
What's up? Let's go. Let's go.
All right. I'm here.
Let's go.
All right. So we get up there, okay, and the first thing that we noticed was that any like holy related statues of Mary or anything like that, all the heads are off, okay? You walk up there and it's like a time warp from whatever happened up there. It was still like that, okay? And there was classrooms, and we're walking down the hall, and at the end of the hall on the right-hand side, there was a classroom. But it wasn't really a classroom. It was almost like an observation room, but it was like a classroom. And I'm not making this up. There was literally there was a cage in the middle of this room with an examining table and a bed, and then there was desks around that. So, I can confirm that whatever happened, there was some sort of exorcist thing that happened at SLU, and the evidence is still up there. And it was the most bizarre. It was literally the most bizarre thing that I've ever seen in my life.
But you can still see it. So even if the room is sealed off a bit, you can see something?
Yes, there was yes. Now, granted, this was 20 years ago. So we went back there because we told people. So we went back there a few days later, and then they had boarded off both ways to potentially get up there. It was kind of boarded off, but we kind of broke our way in, I guess.
Oh, yeah, you're like the Goonies.
Is it possible somebody just set that up to make it look like something crazy had happened there?
Ooh.
Nah, there's no way, Doug. This was some weird stuff, man.
What were you saying about the headless stuff?
Okay, so there was all the statues of Mother Mary and other church related stuff. All the heads were off the statues.
All right, give me that head.
No, that's different. That's something else.
Yeah, no, I didn't say Stingray wasn't up there, but I wish.
Yeah, that would have really.
But no, but for real, man, it was the weirdest thing. And then it was the classroom with the observation bed and it was literally a human cage, and that's what was going on. But
What
again,
separates an animal cage from a human cage?
Yeah.
Size?
Yeah, animal probably bigger.
Size. Oh.
Picturing Hannibal
Like I have a
Lecter.
few gerbils, the cages are small, but then if you had like a hippopotamus, the cage would be large. So how do you know it's a human cage? That's what I'm asking.
The bed, because there was a bed. There was literally like an old
Like a hospital room, but with a cage around it.
Exactly.
Nice,
Correct.
nice, Martin.
Correct.
Nice.
And that's a great way of putting it, Martin. Thank you. And then there was like
Hey.
oh,
Me and Eric in the Central West End are going.
and then there was like observation desks around that. Like I'm telling you, there was something strange that happened there, and like I said, there was rumors of an exorcism that had happened there, and I'm telling you that was where it would have occurred. It was the strange. It's so weird up there, and you know, I don't. That's my exorcism story.
Oh, darn good story, though.
Scary.
Again, I'm enjoying the show.
But if you're involved in that, wouldn't you kind of clean up the evidence after so many years? Say, all right, let's get this room back to where it was, or let's shut it down. You wouldn't just let it sit there.
I think that was like one guy's job, and he was like, I'm going to just go get a taco. Yeah.
And the people you call them in after you.
That's what we thought too. But it's literally like when we walked up there, it was truly it had been untouched, uninhabited for decades. I mean, it was super, super dusty.
Like you could tell that no one had been up there in some time.
No one had been up there, and literally, there's no way no one had been up there in decades. It was almost like they just had it like left.
Frozen in time, a time capsule, Eric, in the Central West End.
I like the story.
Correct.
Wow, look at that.
Scary.
So,
okay, well, this is.
It was very eerie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Eric, thank you so much for sharing the call. That's Eric in the Central West End, Doug here on 101 ESPN.
I immediately enjoy the elitism of the text line when somebody said, wow, Slulitz and a guy from Vianney, tough look.
What do we have going on here, Chairman Kurt? A number of people now. Paul from the wealthy part of West County is on the Collier and Thompson phone lines, Doug.
Oh, didn't he used to give us stock tips?
He did, and I think he hit big on one, and none of us invested.
No.
Good morning, Paul.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Hello, Paul.
That story is utter bullshit.
You can't say that.
No!
Put it down.
Paul.
I really wanted to hear what his rebuttal was. Is he still on?
Yeah.
Paul, you can't use profanity.
Maybe
unfortunately.
malarkey.
It's an FCC thing.
Yes, but you also have a buzzer, right?
Yeah, but that doesn't free you up.
Yeah. What?
Like a Will Clark take.
Okay. Well, let's address this. The DeBerg story. It is correct. There was an exorcism by Jesuits. The young girl was there at some point, allegedly in DeBerg Hall. But if you look it up, DeBerg was renovated. That room does not exist anymore. And if you go to the fourth floor, which we did too, everyone pretty much broke into that building and the Superman building to climb to the top of. But you go to DeBerg and you go to the top floor. You can go there now. There's not a classroom, and everything he just said is ridiculous.
Well, he said it was 10 years ago.
2003. He said 2003.
Yeah. So I was there from 88 to 92. And we broke in there our junior year, so I can even tell you that it was in 91. And it is just a hallway like every other hallway. It's a bunch of locked doors. There are no classrooms up there. And there certainly were no headless statues. So I don't know where that came from. There is a rumor that the exorcist occurred there. Everyone talks about it. But you can look up the story of DeBerg. It's been renovated, and that room does not exist anymore.
Okay.
So just wanted to correct Eric's, because I suspect he might have been altered like some of us were when we were in there.
Altered?
And maybe he saw things.
You think he was having penny pitchers over at Humphreys?
Okay.
Yes, that is one thing. Also, there's some sort of organic substances that people might imbibe.
Oh.
Okay.
Could he have been in a different part of the building than you were in?
Well, he acted like the fourth floor was closed off to some extent, but no, it wasn't. There is not another floor above it, unless he's in like an attic. And I guess it's possible, but the way he said it was fourth floor. So we've been there, and you can go there today. I understand that he's saying it's changed since then, but that There isn't even
take
a classroom on the floor.
How about this, Tim? Why don't I have Coach Shirts walk over there right now and just give us give a friend of the show
With like a lantern.
I think he would. I think he would do it.
I think he would too.
Chris May's calling to meet with him about NIL.
He's like, I'll do breakfast and then I'll head up there.
Thank you, Paul, for any stock tips that we can invest in here.
Yes, there's an IPO starting today for what's the space? I forget the name right now, but the space company IPO. It's going to start at $45.
Elon Musk.
10 years from now, you'll be a billionaire. No,
Wow.
well,
what is it?
Do you mind if you?
It's kind of awkward because your phone's cutting out at just the key moment of stock tip.
Hold on.
Yeah, Doug, I think it's worth it to let him.
Okay, that's better. I'm off the Bluetooth. But yes.
Wow, finally.
It's a space.
What's the stock?
Sorry, Martin.
What is the stock?
Doing things.
Give it up.
There is an IPO today that there's only one today, so it shouldn't be that hard.
Stop!
It is a space company, and they have actually landed on the moon, which is the only company to be able to land and standing up and stuff. They have 4 or 5 different rockets. 10 years from now.
The stock, please!
Is he not allowed to say the name?
Can you not say it?
Oh, I can say it. Well, you make me look
Firefly Aerospace.
Thank you. Firefly. Thank you.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Jackson, for the great stock tip.
Gosh.
It started to remind me of Wheel of Fortune when they couldn't say company names. And you worked for what? A professional baseball team in the city of St. Louis. Well, good for you. I mean, they couldn't say the name.
Yeah. Firefly Aerospace, and we're going to become billionaires?
Yeah, 10 years from now, yes.
There, Doug.
Okay.
That'll be fun.
They're talking about building nuclear power plants on the moon, and they're going to need people like Firefly to do that.
Yeah, I heard something about that.
Right.
Yeah, Firefly is the only company so far that's been able to put a rocket on the moon and land it straight up so it can take off again.
Oh.
So that's your stock tip for the day.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Paul.
Thank you.
Doug, he tends to hauntings, exorcisms, and making us billionaires. This guy's a one-stop shop, a Swiss Army knife on the Collier and Thompson phone lines.
If you were at college and you had a room where there may or may not have been an exorcism taking place, wouldn't you kind of keep it there and maybe use that as a marketing tool to try to lure students from all over the world?
I don't know if that would do it, Doug.
Who might be interested? I think they would be. College kids, they'd love that kind of stuff. Don't you think that would be an interesting thing to go see?
A historical fact. Yeah, I don't know if it would draw them in, but the show is taking a turn here. I was trying to keep a running log.
The thing, if you're going to be known for anything, what's better than to be known to cure people who are possessed?
We'll convert your kid. What's his issue?
They're not converting. They're removing the devil.
Guys, I love Paul, but it's hard to take tech stock advice from the only guy who can't buy a functional mobile phone in 2025. That's from Arbor Day, who is won Texter of the Year in 2023 and 2024 at the TMA Year-End Awards. The smell of the chill dripping down Paul's face is sealing through my radio. Definitely a truck driver.
Oh.
That's from Steven Time. Well, I've already texted my guy to buy up 1,000 units, Doug. I mean, what are we going to do here? I guess we'll have to cancel. You interested in buying them? It's kind of like my hotel room for the Alabama game. I'm trying to move some things on the program.
Yeah, if you don't mind, I'll look into it a little bit before I invest.
Ron Jacober would go to the phone lines and it would identify if they were on a car phone or not. I don't know why that mattered. Oh, let's go to Paul. Paul's on a car phone. It was so novel that we had to announce who was on a car phone. Let's go to Eric in the Central. He's on a landline.
Did you ever have a car phone?
With like the cable and all that? No.
Yeah.
We had them in the TV vehicles.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess
that worked great.
Yeah. But like if you were to call someone's home and you knew they had a car phone and they didn't answer their home phone, you try the car phone next?
Never got to that point.
Okay.
There weren't enough of them out there, really.
Sure. That and automatic seatbelts. Seemed like a time gone by.
Well, the truck driver is not happy with the truck driver text from Steven Time. What's wrong with truck drivers, Steven? We're what makes America function, you jackwagon.
That's right.
And that's from Danny Beefcake, and now he wants to go with Steven Time.
Hell yeah.
Here we go.
We stand with the truckers.
Coming up at 8 o'clock, Jackson laid it out for you, Martin. The Mount Rushmore of the faces of St. Louis sports on August 7th, 2025. Now, may I ask one question before we set the table for this here in the Fisher Window and Door Story 8 o'clock hour?
Yes.
Does St. Louis expand as far west to Columbia, Missouri, as far east as Champaign, Illinois?
It absolutely does.
That's not going to play well. With the anti-college crowd.
Well,
I don't think it affects
They can deal with it.
I don't know about that. I think for some it might.
I say get creative with your answers. Don't be afraid to think.
I don't like that.
Here's the box, Doug. Don't be afraid to think outside of it.
But the greater St. Louis sports scene includes Mizzou and Illinois.
Oh, for sure. How could it not?
The table's been set by Little Jackie Papers on the Stiefel dossier. The program's called TMA, presented by Brown and Crouppen on 101 ESPN. And you can watch on the TMA STL YouTube channel.
This is Jackson with a Sports Center update. That's driven by Johnny Londoff Chevrolet and Johnny Londoff Autoplex. The Cardinals will win yesterday, defeating the Dodgers and taking the series in Los Angeles. Off day today, back in action tomorrow evening. Back in St. Louis as the Cubs come to town. 7:15 first pitch tomorrow with Michael McGreevy on the mound for the Redbirds. That was another Sports Center update driven by Johnny Londoff Chevrolet and Johnny Londoff Autoplex. See them at londoff.com. Chevy, together we drive. Are you kidding me? Whoa, scary.
Doug, what is this outside of being scary?
There's nothing.
This is the theme.
Tubular bells.
This is the theme to The Exorcist.
Yes. Called Tubular Bells.
All right, look at you. You know the year?
About 70.
See, you can do it.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Look at you.
This
Big show.
The bells, very 70s, 80s kind of sound.
I guess it was just this movie kind of sound.
Okay. Like, what do you mean?
Probably the greatest horror movie of all time. Would you call it a horror movie?
Yeah, for sure.
What about Human Centipede?
Way up there. Wouldn't make my long list.
Come over and watch it tonight.
Shining would be up there. Halloween.
Who Stole What Pink?
That's the documentary.
Yeah, that's the 30 for 30 I'm working on.
Yeah.
All right.
What an expose it'll be. All right, Martin Jackson set the stage here for this Fisher Window and Door Store 8 o'clock hour on the morning after 101 ESPN and the TMA STL YouTube channel. He wants to know a question that Harrison's brother Master says he asks every other week. I don't recall it, but it's possible because Harrison's brother Master has a great track record on the program. The face of St. Louis sports, and then we're doing something kind of different for Sports Talk Radio. We're going to say the Mount Rushmore.
New idea.
Yep. Mount Rushmore of the faces of St. Louis sports on August 7th, 2025. Have you put together your hashtag Mount Rushmore?
Well, I have.
What do you got?
Yeah. I have. I'm assuming that we're talking about the best known people. Not necessarily the best.
Jackson, it's your question.
The best at what they do, but the best known people.
Yeah, I said to get creative, and I don't think there is a wrong answer here.
Okay.
If you can expound on your answer, then I think everything is there.
Can you expound?
Well, I'll try.
Yeah.
I've picked mine based on who are the most recognizable, who are the people that are most in the news, that are most well known among St. Louis sports fans, casual fans alike. I'm going to say John Mozeliak. Everybody seems to have an opinion about John Mozeliak. I'll say Jordan Bennington. I'll say Nolan Arenado. And I was torn between Eli Drinkwitz and Doug Armstrong, and I'm going to go with Drinkwitz.
Wow. It's almost like a sports talk show, Mount Rushmore. These are all...
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Like
these are all kind of like hot
figures,
topics.
yeah.
Not necessarily popular, but in the crosshairs.
I think it's a very fair answer.
Very talkable.
Jackson supports your answer, Doug. How's that make you feel?
Makes
I know
a lot
you're
of
dealing
sense.
with the haunting at your house, but you got the support of Jackson.
See, I went in a different direction thinking prominent players of value at this moment that you can kind of look to as the best on their team. So I went Jordan Bennington, kind of the face still of the Blues. Friend of the show, Robert Thomas, not far off that mountain. And then I went with Mason Wynn. He is my face of the Cardinals currently. Now, you can debate whether it's maybe not the same as the Albert Pujols era.
No.
But I've got... Doug, geez, I'm just giving the kid a chance.
Doug hasn't slept in 2 days because of this exorcism situation.
I went Jordan Bennington. I went Mason Wynn. I went Eli Drinkwitz because with Mizzou football currently, I don't have a guy that I'm pointing to. Maybe Gabe DeArmond could be in the mix there.
Nice.
Too.
I like that.
And then for City, I just put blank. So I'm at 3.
You couldn't come up with 4.
What about the Battlehawks?
You could have said Roman Berkey.
Stully.
I got Stully up there. He and Drake are kind of like constants. Players come and go.
Right.
They're constants.
No doubt.
The current list is lagging.
Yeah, I think that's Jackson's probably overall point. Doug, this is my others receiving votes. Eli Drinkwitz, Robert Thomas, Jim Montgomery. And then I balanced 2 nationally known figures who are not necessarily involved with their work in St. Louis. Joe Buck and Sophie Cunningham. Sofaller Jackson on the Twitter tweets. And then locally, I went Jordan Binnington and John Mozeliak. There is my Mount Rushmore of faces of St. Louis sports in what we are currently called the winter of our discontent.
Okay. I just don't think Sophie Cunningham is considered a St. Louis sports figure.
Well, I said it extends out to Columbia.
I asked questions before I submitted my votes.
She's never played here.
She played for Mizzou basketball.
But nobody knew her when she was there.
Not true at all.
A few diehards.
But wouldn't that be akin to being like having Brady Cook in the discussion? Yeah, they played in Mizzou and Columbia, but they're not currently a part of the St. Louis sports scene. Drinkwitz is.
Yeah, so that would bring in Jason Tatum and Bradley Beal.
Matthew Tkachuk.
Yeah, I said to get creative.
I was told to get creative.
I don't like to be told what to do.
I think Matthew Tkachuk and Jason Tatum are on that list.
So who else is on there?
I don't know.
Mozeliak and Binnington.
Faller's not.
No. Others receiving votes.
Well, Brady Tkachuk.
See, that's the thing is I would say just because of his success on the ice, I would give the nod to Matthew over Brady. But I think you can make the argument for both the brothers Tkachuk, Tatum, and maybe someone like Sophie Cunningham. If you're talking about like national Q rating, I would say those four have a higher Q rating than anybody in St. Louis.
Well, it's a lot more exciting list when you throw Jason Tatum on there and you throw Matthew Tkachuk. I like that. You did get creative.
Yeah, the box thinking outside of it.
You could throw Max Scherzer in there.
But he's
10 years ago,
pitching in a first ballot Hall of Famer.
He's Max Scherzer, Clayton Kershaw tomorrow night in Los Angeles. Hello, friends.
That's actually really awesome.
Okay, so we didn't really come up with a consensus?
Jason Tatum's a face of St. Louis sports. All the other local teams are utter trash for the foreseeable future. That's from Tervis Parrish, and he's not happy.
But when you think about sports in St. Louis, Jason Tatum isn't the name that comes up. The name that you think about are the people involved in sports in St. Louis.
For sure.
And how do you guys look Garrett Hampson in the eyes and tell him he's out on this Mount Rushmore? That's from Kwame Voyoukas the fourth.
It's hard.
What about Vlade? Even though he's on Diamondbacks now or something? I put him on there. Pozo.
Warrison Woods Wacko has Michael Wellington at number 5. He has himself at number 4. The Tkachuk brothers at 3. Hope Solo at 2. And Battle Hacks quarterback Max Dugan. Doug, he is the George Washington.
I don't know about that.
What in the Gen Z logic is this segment? That's from former TMA fan page moderator Neil Allen Craig Paquette.
So I'm going to need a follow-up to that. What is your problem with it? Because just identifying a problem with no solution is useless, I would say.
That's essentially our business.
Well, maybe...
Is our business useless?
Yeah, we're not the ones in the arena. We're the critics.
Right, because we can't get into the arena.
No. That's the thing is we chose not to be in the arena.
Oh, yeah, we could have played.
Right.
Jackie, you trying to get to Bristol? Is that what this is as a producer?
No, I don't think I'd fare too well out there.
Push us in a Bristol direction?
No.
What do you got for the boys today?
Yeah, I'd be like, what do you guys think about these gutted bagels? And then it'd be like, all right, get lost, kid.
Is Dak Prescott a top 5 quarterback?
Oh, I can never do that. Not for me. Although, shout out to Dak. He seems like a good guy.
Mizzou's not in St. Louis.
You're right, but I would consider it in the St. Louis sports area. Both Mizzou, Illinois, SLU Hoops. All the above.
So you guys from Chaminade, all this discussion of Tatum and Tkachuk is so front neck of you. That's from Hooterville's Regional's Chief Parading Officer.
Yeah, if you were like, that's the kind of the fun part is like if you were to make a list of say the Tkachuk brothers, Jason Tatum, and like Becky Sauerbrunn, that would be all 4 and went to high school in 1 mile of each other.
Sauerbrunn was Ledoux?
Yeah.
The face of the city is the Rumpelmint Santa who has piss stains on his suit and waves at the Polar Express from the roof of Al's Steakhouse. It's him or the Terrell Suggs biceps lady at Hooterville Regional who screams at you to get the hell out of the pickup line at the airport. Doug, that's Al, and he's in Dadeville.
I've run into her on more than one occasion. Boy, she really let me have it.
Welcome to St. Louis.
I was afraid even to get back in the car.
Where's Mahomes?
No.
I came up with Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, and Bobby Witt Jr. That's MD 2020.
There you go.
Kansas City's got a pretty good Mount Rushmore going right now.
I think we just heard it.
Yeah, they would have, they're like the Cardinals.
And then I think you would probably include your guy, Bill Self.
Yeah, for Kansas City, Self, Mahomes, Kelsey, Bobby Wood Jr.
Spags.
Yeah, that's
How about
that's
Andy
the-
Reid?
I think if you're including Mahomes and Kelsey, you don't need Andy Reid necessarily. No
You don't think he'll
offense.
fit on the Mount Rushmore? Is that it?
That's
Is that
unfair.
a weak joke?
That's
Jeez.
unfair. I
No,
never
it
said
isn't.
that.
I know. That's why I'm yelling at you.
He's the one who talks about always eating cheeseburgers. It's not my fault.
Oh, yeah? Where does he like to get them from, boy?
Kind of looks like everywhere.
Man. I don't
here
like
we go
it.
again.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
I don't know if he has a specific place. I like a cheeseburger as much as the next guy, too. I stand with Andy Reid and the Truckers.
Mount Rushmore cheeseburgers
In St. Louis?
What's wrong, Doug? What happened? You just hear about Dora?
How many restaurants do you think there are in the St. Louis area?
6.
Thousands.
Tim just said there's 6.
And we're supposed to know the quality of the cheeseburger at everyone.
Max Local
You
Eats
can
has
get a
to be on there.
cheeseburger at
Max is
almost
live.
every restaurant.
Probably High Point. I love High Point.
I'm going to get Randy on the phone. He likes to tweet pictures of cheeseburgers.
Sportsman's P. Never heard anybody.
Andy Reid's been known to fly in cheeseburgers from Los Angeles from a place called Original Tommy's.
He flies them in? Like flies in the beef?
Tell you, that
Did he
colors
talk
me
about
curious.
doing that? He got one at In-N-Out Burger in Los
Las
Angeles.
Vegas. Yeah.
Put it on ice.
That was one of the topics on the 2.5 hour
It was.
Tim McKernan Show podcast yesterday. There is now at this point a running joke with Tommy Mattern, director of operations here at Hubbard Radio, St. Louis, because for the third time just last week, I have scheduled vacation and then I don't take it, and then I'm taking one at the end of September just for a few days. And we're planning on going to Las Vegas, and all I want to do is watch the Ryder Cup in my hotel room with In-N-Out burgers and be left alone and draw the shades, Doug, in darkness. And I said, that sounds like absolute euphoria to me. And Jackson said it sounds pretty good to him, too. But we're going to get fries from a different place other than In-N-Out because the fries at In-N-Out are just warm garbage.
All right.
Yeah, Tim's going to be holed up.
Yep.
Well, I appreciate a nice, big, juicy cheeseburger, but there's no restaurant that makes a cheeseburger so good that you need to transport it 1,000 miles back to where you are.
Andy Reid grew up in Los Angeles, right around the corner from the original Tommy's location.
Wow, well, there you go. It's nostalgic.
He was wearing that Rams uniform when he was in that punt, pass, and kick where he's about
That's right.
3 times the size of every other kid.
And he won the thing. Didn't he throw the ball like 60 yards?
Well, yeah, he's like next to some kid who's literally half his size. That's one of my favorite pictures.
But whatever they're doing to a cheeseburger in L.A., they could do it here too, right?
What about their griddle?
Yeah,
We have griddles here.
bagels is a real thing about, like, you can only make bagels a certain way.
See?
Why?
Because the water.
Hey, Doug, I'm betting they make them out of tofu now over there. You know,
L.A., yeah, wouldn't doubt it. What, New York's got special water for their bagels?
It's more conducive to, quality bagels.
We got the
I
best
don't
water
buy
in
it.
America in St. Louis, pal.
For drinking, not for bagel cooking.
Okay.
Boiling, I
How
should
much
say.
water is in a bagel?
They boil a bagel. You boil and bake it if you're doing it right.
Wouldn't that
Stop
make it
mentioning the
soggy?
Chiefs and Mizzou on these airways.
Stop
you don't
mentioning
give a
Mizzou.
flying, you know what?
It's from the 314.
Get out of here.
Chiefs and Mizzou. Okay.
We don't talk about the Chiefs. You like everything. Everyone's a smash burger now. Do you miss the days of a thick patty?
Martin, we hit the Village. Village isn't a smash burger.
No, that's a thick patty.
Love the Village.
Yeah, Villaggio, baby.
Little waffle fry on the side.
Maybe I'll get some Village tonight, Doug. Want to come over and watch Human Centipede and eat Village?
Ugh.
This is right about the time Frank would ask Carl's to swing by. Boy, wouldn't mind a Carl's.
That wasn't a shot to Village, by the way. It's more the picture you'd be watching while eating it.
I think I always thought a smash burger is just an excuse to not put a whole lot of meat on a cheeseburger.
That's why you get a double.
You'd have to.
Yeah.
Sourdough bread is the best from San Francisco because of the foggy climate. That's from the
I
314.
don't know. I have to think you can make any of that right here if you had the recipe.
What do you think of the foggy climate?
I don't think that affects the sourdough.
Oh, big tough. This guy.
Block him.
Tim, did you hear me? I picked Sportsman Park for my Mount Rushmore
Who's
burgers
that an impression of,
because
Martin?
you like Sportsman's Park. Tim. I've been going to Sportsman's Park since I knew how to speak.
How about this guy?
Block this fella. Block
You
him.
just kind of channeled your Bob Costas, where you just threw your voice completely into a new character.
That's in my head. That's what all these people sound like when they're complaining about something
I would
trivial.
block him because he's caused you trouble in the past.
Can you
No,
talk
he's
like that
fine.
the
Block
rest?
him.
No, talk like that the rest of the show.
Okay.
There it is. Jackie Papers is finally fighting back today here on TMA. The program is brought to you by Brown and Crouppen, and our 8 o'clock hour is sponsored by Fisher Window and Door Store. You are welcome to participate in a wide variety of ways. You can call in the Callier and Thompson phone lines. Chairman Kurt, update me on who the friends are who are gathered. 314-974-0101. That's how you can call in. And then you can text in 314-399-9646. Air Comfort Service is the sponsor. Air Comfort Service is the sponsor of our text inbox, 314-399-9646. And then a very active Michelob Ultra YouTube chat. 237 friends are in there, including the Crystal City Liquor Man, St. Lunatic 92, and Darth 007, who's talking to Jake in St. Genevieve. Mizzou is as much Kansas City as is St. Louis. It's from Jake in St. Genevieve. So he does not like that Eli Drinkwitz was on the list, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
Or maybe.
But isn't Drink right now the face of Mizzou? Brady Cook a year ago. But at this moment?
I would say so. Yes. Yes. Perhaps somebody emerges. It'd be wonderful if somebody did, because that means a hell of a player.
Cardinals face, and I know Mizzela probably is still the face.
I think so.
Yep.
Will we be saying Chaim Bloom a year from now? Jackie, file this away for 1 year from now. Or will we be saying Mason Wynn? Or
will we be saying Albert Pujols?
J.J. Weather.
We'll probably be saying Chaim Bloom.
Albert.
Because they got a rebuilding job to do, and we'll nitpick every move that he makes, too, good or bad. He'll be
We'll start to hate him eventually.
Very much in the news, yeah.
He's in the honeymoon period now. He's the backup quarterback. He's holding the clipboard. We like him.
Face the Blues. I went with Bennington. One of you guys went with Thomas, right? Friend of the program.
I had him just outside the
I think Bennington would be the consensus there.
Yeah, Bennington, yeah.
Didn't somebody go with Armstrong?
I said Drinkwitz nosed out Armstrong for the last spot.
20 years ago, Albert Pujols. How do you not put Edmonds?
Boy, if you do 20 years ago, you're put to the test.
Pronger's still here. Now, Marshall Faulk is kind of towards the end of the career. Holt and Bruce and Pace may be a little more prominent, but just
they hadn't drafted Brian Quick yet.
Just think about those names in the mix for your Mount Rushmore. Pace, Faulk, Bruce, all Hall of Famers. Pujols, Pronger, Hall of Famers. I mean, that's...
You had the MV3 coming off of... and then they had another 100-win season.
In the mix. And
those were the glory years.
Yeah, I would have Edmonds. I would suck up to him, but he didn't do radio anymore. So.
I think we kind of properly appreciated that at the time.
I agree.
I think looking back, we realized that it was kind of a special moment in time.
I don't know if Martz was as appreciated, perhaps, as he should have been, because of some of the either personality quirks, the timeout issues, the shoot will fix it with regards to defense, but the excitement level of the product was reminiscent to me of Whitey Herzog's style of baseball in the 1980s.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had the Whitey ball, and then you would just say, greatest show on turf for that era of Rams football. And with March, you include 99 because of the offense that he instilled.
Doug, will you give me your Mount Rushmore of Billy Devaney draft picks? Thanks. That's from Yasiel the Boy Puig.
Would Brian Quick have been in there?
No, I think he...
Jason
Mr.
Smith.
Pick.
Jason
Mr.
Smith,
Pick.
Ty Hill.
Yeah.
Well, Ty Hill would have been that Linehan era. So now Billy Devaney, Doug, I'm going to say...
What were the years
2009, 2010. So they had that Jason Smith pick.
Yeah. Wouldn't that have been Sam Bradford as well?
Sam Bradford. That's correct. 2011.
Everybody seemed to like the Sam Bradford pick.
It was him or Ndamukong Suh.
I recall being on Ndamukong Suh.
Really?
I'm proud of that.
But they were desperate for a quarterback.
And they were counting on it. But at that time, the Big 12 had a lot of guys who put up big numbers and then got to the NFL. And
he was a monster in Nebraska.
Ndamukong Suh?
Yeah.
Yibbit. That's from Doug's prison wallet, Doug. Yibbit.
The March entertainment level from a media perspective was LaRussa-esque, where whatever they said tended to get a reaction, or they were never boring at the mic, I would say.
No.
Even if they were snapping at somebody, it made for good content.
Get involved. Give your suggestions at youtube.com/TMASTL by texting in 314-399-9646. And you can also call in the Callier and Thompson phone lines, 314-974-0101. The program is called TMA. It's presented by Brown and Crouppen on 101 ESPN and the TMASTL YouTube channel. With beautiful sunny weather in the St. Louis metropolitan area, plenty of people spending time outside, and you want to have a world-class, custom design outdoor living space. Well, that's where Aesthetic Design and Build comes into play. It's aestheticdesignandbuild.com with a showroom right in Chesterfield Valley. I've been there. They walked me through all the different types of custom work that they are capable of doing. Got to know Dan and his team. They've been to my house. You can add on a pergola, or if you're looking to shade your covered patio with retractable screens, they can do that. Plus, they can do a full-on custom deck for you as well. It's Aesthetic Design and Build online at aestheticdesignandbuild.com. They truly are a design company that can think outside the box and offer unique solutions and designs for your outdoor living projects. They offer custom deck designs, opening, closing pergolas, and roof motorized shade and screens and under deck ceilings. That's really their specialty. It's Aesthetic Design and Build. Outdoor living spaces, expertly designed. Let them know you heard about them on TMA online at aestheticdesignandbuild.com. Doug, this is scary.
Okay.
They definitely borrowed a little bit from that exorcism.
That's what I'm saying. This was like the 70s sound for horror movies. Was
This is
Tubular
Halloween.
Bells. Yeah. The Halloween theme song.
It's Halloween. It's time to scare the pants off your friends.
That'll be my theme today, is haunting music.
All right, I like that. Jackson's theme.
All
TMA
because
101
of Doug's dog.
Yeah, Dora, who is going to be exercised by Eric in the Central West End. And then after that's done, you're going to come over to my house. We're going to get Village Burgers, crinkle cut fries, and watch Human Centipede. There's your Stiefel dossier for the day.
Okay.
Sounds like the worst day ever.
This is a science movie, The Human Centipede.
That's correct.
You could say that. Medical.
Insects and bugs.
Right.
And you can do Mount Rushmores while you're eating the burgers.
Just one after the next.
It'll be fun.
Eating the burgers with your hands covering your eyes.
Doug, we are only 3 weeks away from the opening of your Missouri Tigers 2025 college football season. And ESPN just came out with the 32 teams that can win a spot into the 2025 college football playoff.
32 teams can get in.
It says ESPN. They've just decided this.
Well, Heather Dinich.
Okay. So you take the top 25 rankings. There's 25. And then you get the next 7. There's your 32.
Is
Right?
Missouri in this list of 32?
What do you think?
I'm going to say no.
And when they say can get in, they say it's reasonable, a reasonable
I'm going to read
choice?
it word for word because, candidly, I'm getting exhausted.
Okay.
CFP 2025, 32 teams can make the college football playoff. Byline, Heather Dinich.
It seems a little arrogant to claim that you know the 32 and no one else does.
You want to get Heather Dinich on?
That is just 32.
Well, we just had the arrogance to come up with a Mount Rushmore. That's only 4. At least she's got 32.
That is true. She 8X'd us. Doug, do you think she has Missouri in there?
Probably not.
Jackson, do you think she has Missouri in there?
No.
That is correct. Missouri is not in there. However, 6 of the 12 teams they play in the regular season are in the list. Doug, would you like to name those 6 teams? Martin, this is Doug, and he is a really good player at guessing games.
The teams that they play
that can make the college football playoff.
Okay. You mind if I look at their schedule?
Jeez,
I don't have to have it memorized
I think
yet.
you got to kind of have it memorized.
Okay,
At this point. It's a little,
Alabama.
That's correct.
South Carolina.
That's correct.
Texas A&M.
That's correct.
Oklahoma.
That's correct.
Auburn.
Wardam is in there.
And there's one more.
That's right. That's right.
It could be Arkansas or Kansas, probably.
Not Arkansas. I'd say
Mississippi State. There's between
Stingray.
Mississippi State and Kansas. I'll say Kansas.
Kansas, you got them all. They got Rock Chalk Jayhawk as one of the 32 teams going in a college football playoff. And you know who isn't on there either? Eater? You hear it? Eater?
No, I don't.
ILL.
Oh, God.
Not in the 32?
Not in the 32.
Wow.
This was just garbage.
Warm garbage, too.
Well, you could talk me into Kansas being in that group of 32. You could talk me into Oklahoma being in that group of 32.
Oklahoma's got a brutal schedule.
Maybe Auburn, but I don't think you can sell me that all 3 of those. If there was a wager, Tim, I would wager money that those 3 will not all be in there.
Which 3 again?
Kansas,
Eagle?
Auburn, Oklahoma. I'm saying to tell me all 3 of those because you can tell me, all right, they're going to make, I don't think all 3 of those are in there. I'm going to write that down. No. That's a no.
They are not going to be in. Martin is shorting all
Some
3
will, but not all 3.
in the market. Illinois is not in there, and not many of Illinois' opponents are in there either, I should note. Nebraska is actually one of them. Matt Rule. Bo Pelini.
Dr. Tom
Frank
Osborne.
Solich?
Frank Solich. That's exactly right. ILL opens up 3 weeks from tomorrow. Martin, you had Kerry Davis on the program on the 2 Fox. I'm bullish on ILL. My 3 over win totals, and this is merely coincidental. It really isn't about the local thing. But I am on the over of Missouri's on FanDuel at 6.5 wins. ILL, I'm on the over of Illinois at 7.5. And Doug, the over on Jackson's favorite college football coach. Who is it? I think I know it.
Shane Beamer.
No, that's
Josh
the
Heupel?
opposite. It's definitely not that.
Oh, Dabo.
No, this one you actually really do.
Oh,
like.
you do
Kenny
like
Dillingham.
That's right.
I do love Kenny Dillingham.
Kenny D.
He seems like good people.
That is my 3 overs for the 2025 campaign.
Okay. So of the 32, does it explain why some are left off?
It does not explain why some are left off, but the 32nd team was Texas Tech. And
I think they're ranked fairly high, aren't they, going into the season?
So the AP ranking hasn't come out, but I saw a friend of the Liberty Bowl and Eli Drinkwitz, Brett McMurphy, tweeting yesterday that he loves the AP Top 25. Last year, 14 of the Top 25 from last season in the preseason AP did not finish in the Top 25. Point being, a lot of brand names, a lot of expectations that become just echo chambered, and then the season starts up and it changes quickly.
And it used to affect everything because if you started third, fourth, fifth, you couldn't, you drop a little here, drop a little there. But once you started so high, I like it now. We got a little more computers involved. Missouri to the playoff this year, highly unlikely, right? Is that too strong?
I think they can only lose 2 games based on what it looks like their schedule is. But again, something Doug, you want to guarantee? I'll give you one.
Yes, I'd like one. Thank you.
There is a team in the SEC that a lot of people are high on. Jackson thinks it's South Carolina, for the record, that will have a super disappointing year. And there is a team in the SEC that no one is talking about that will have a great year. That is something that you can count on year in and year out. Missouri was the good version of that in 2023. Tennessee, I would say, was the other side of that recently. So, who will it be?
Like a Florida could emerge or something crazy?
Yeah, Florida has the toughest schedule. Florida and Oklahoma both have just brutal schedules. And so when you look at that, a Florida 10-2 versus a Missouri 10-2, even though they don't play each other, Florida's going to get in. That's what I'm saying. Missouri, oftentimes, when I'm reading and or listening to college football podcasts, reading college football writers, Missouri gets they have the easiest schedule in the SEC label. Whereas Florida and Oklahoma, you take a look at their schedule and you go, oh my God, how in the hell are they going to navigate that? Especially when a guy like Brent Venables might be fighting for his job in Norman.
Gabe was saying that the other day down there that Mizzou probably would prefer not to have 6 straight at home. He said it just sort of happened, and when the SEC gave him 2 straight conference games there to back-to-back, gave him the 6 in a row, he said they're even coming to Lindenwood in a couple of weeks, maybe next weekend, just to simulate a road trip for all their players because it's going to be so foreign to them.
Really?
They're actually coming up here. I guess they'll scrimmage with Lindenwood, I think, and just to kind of get into that road trip vibe so the kids aren't, I don't know. I mean, they are young.
How hard is it to
I don't know.
get on an airplane?
I don't know. I remember Spagnuolo's first ever game. It was a preseason game in New York against I guess it would have been against the Jets and Sanchez. It was Sanchez's debut. But he told us, we had a little pre-show meeting as we were doing the game, and he said, I mostly want to see how we travel. I just want to see how we travel. And I was like, what about
these are adult human
throwing
beings,
the
right?
ball, catching the ball, tackling? He was very consumed by how they would travel.
That's when you're overthinking it.
Yes, sort of summed up his era at Rams Park. But Mizzou in the 6th straight at home, I was thinking is a blessing, but maybe, Doug, maybe it's a curse.
I think if you got a lot of players and you don't know if they're going to behave themselves on the road or can't handle getting on a plane and getting in a hotel room and sleeping at a normal hour, then you got the wrong players.
I guess it's just structure and habits. I don't know.
Why do you hate Dominique Byrd at the Pepper Lounge?
Well, he shouldn't have been there.
If Missouri wears gold breeches, look out. Playoffs, baby. That's from Kevin at the Lake. Doug, do you agree with that? If
Yes,
they wear
I
gold
do.
pants?
I don't mean yellow. I mean gold. Old gold, please.
I was on the 2.5-hour edition of the Tim McKernan Show podcast yesterday. We also talked about Corby Jones, and Jackson had no idea who he was.
It's true.
Really?
It hurts.
How time flies.
Yep. If Mizzou doesn't take care of KU, then their postseason chances are basically zero. Any SEC schedule is a gauntlet. That's from Tim's travel agent.
Okay.
Well, just think 2 of those teams on their schedule that are in this list of 32 that we're giving some credibility because it's 8:30 and the Cardinals are out of it on a Thursday in August. But on that list of 32 that are going to make the playoffs, if Mizzou beats Kansas, if Mizzou beats Oklahoma, that could help derail those teams. And then you start wedging your way into that conversation. Maybe Alabama drops off.
I may have missed something due to a senior moment, but why is 32 the magic number? There's not 32 playoff teams this year, right?
Well, she just did a column saying these 32 teams can't make the playoff. Everybody else, forget about it. Might as well not even play.
It was in honor of Steven Matz, number 32.
Doug, I've got my list of 28 that might make it.
So what's the magic number with 32 or 28?
28, Colby Rasmus. Fire burning in the outfield.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Okay.
You seem exhausted.
Yeah, I think it's the dog. I think the dog is throwing Doug for early. He admitted early on, and that's how we got sideways. The entire show has been thrown upside down because of Dora.
Why not a list of these 16 teams can make the playoffs?
Man, you're going after Heather Dinich.
Well, that's no fun.
Start a Substack.
Why 32?
Start a Substack and start just making lists.
Okay.
23. Here's my top 23.
That'd be a nice third act for you, Doug. Just making lists every day.
Forget about Missouri's schedule. Miami doesn't leave South Florida until November.
Is that correct?
Miami football.
They're at Tallahassee on October 4th.
That's Florida, but not South Florida.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't leave the state of Florida until November 1st when they travel to college football playoff participant Southern Methodist University.
It's kind of nice for them.
With flights departing Spirit every other hour. Well, Doug, so you can go to see Miami play SMU.
Okay.
I went to get their schedule. Now I got to accept cookies. Do I accept the cookies?
Always.
Yeah, go ahead.
Always?
Let them take all your data.
Miami
baby.
does have a couple of tough home games, non-conference, Notre Dame and Florida.
Yeah, for sure.
I like that as a first game. Notre Dame, Florida State. I like that.
Hey, Papa, a lot of the players are teenagers. A lot of them probably haven't traveled hardly at all in their lives. We didn't all grow up wagon training west. Take it to Donnybrook. That's from Arbor Day, who is not happy with.
I mean, seriously, is it that hard to get on an airplane and fly for an hour and a half? Sometimes not even that long.
I don't know. Debate it tonight on Donnybrook. 7 o'clock, Martin Channel 9. I think that's...
I don't care how you grew up. You got to be smart enough to be able to handle that, or you shouldn't be playing.
You get those hip flexors all tight whenever you do that.
Does Channel 5 mind if you go on Donnybrook? Is that a violation of your new non-compete?
I just kind of go anywhere now.
Okay.
Hey, Tim.
Take it to Donnybrook.
That's a T-shirt waiting to happen. Tim, have you ever considered exploring finishing your last 8 credit hours for your degree at Mizzou? I'm not sure you could get any better at your job than you already are, but I'm just wanting to know. Doug, that's from the Never-Ending Wipe.
What are the hours that you're lacking?
I don't know, and I have a feeling many of the hours I've already accrued. If you have a problem with that term, I don't know.
I'll let it go.
Might be obsolete now, and so I might have to go back and get more.
I don't even know if they would have like a file on you.
They'd want you to do video editing and things like that.
Oh, it has to be like journalism class? That'd be funny, actually.
It's probably like a linguistics class or something. Philosophy. Let's call the registrars. Can you call them live on the air, Jackson?
Oh, the office of?
Yeah,
why don't we see what's doing?
Registrar.
I remember Jill McReynolds was in charge of the journalism
Doug,
school.
was it Jill McReynolds?
She was gone when I was there.
Did she later say, I need some muscle over here?
Is it?
So see if we can get her on and find out what classes I need to take, and maybe we can knock those out.
Probably online at this point.
I think so. And then I can graduate from the University of Missouri. What a moment it'll be.
8's kind of a weird number because most classes are 3 credit hours.
I agree with you on that.
You're gonna have to take more. You have to take 3 classes.
Yeah, probably.
I think Mizzou should give you the honorary doctorate at this point. That's a huge miss. Doug, that's Mr. Nipples.
Is reading a text self-laminating or no?
It's borderline.
Oh, that one's soft. I like the soft one. It's growing on me.
It was difficult to travel in college and play the same day after a long bus ride. Energy is always low, and legs never felt great. Traveling earlier and by plane, of course, would be easier. That's from the 636.
Well, you think?
It's a big reason.
Here's a clue for you. They don't travel the same day they play in the SEC. They don't travel early Saturday morning to play Saturday afternoon games.
It makes those 11 a.m. starts kind of tough.
It does, yeah.
You have to leave at 4.
This ain't D3 pickleball, pal.
That is part of the why Premier League in England, even if they're going a short distance, they fly, because being in a bus that long really messes with your hip flexors. And if you're sitting that line playing soccer where you're running 10 miles a game, can't have bad hip flexors.
You cramp up and fall to the ground as if you've been shot.
So, not great for the environment. But
for a Saturday game, they would travel probably early Friday afternoon, I would think.
Or maybe even earlier.
Get there mid-afternoon, and they have dinner, meeting.
Maybe they need to practice being in a hotel, Doug.
Yeah, because it's so hard.
Now, when you go to UMass,
difficult.
you go 2 days early to look at the foliage.
That's correct. You drive around and look at the foliage.
Yeah, foliage tours.
What shade of orange is that? That's what the secondary does.
Take the Donnybrook.
The secondary is on color spectrum patrol.
Imagine the crowd when Tim walks on graduation day. Columbia would be packed to the gills. That's from Cuckleberry Finn.
You already walked, though, right? You walked. Didn't you?
I did.
Yeah.
There's a picture of me accepting an empty diploma with the dean of the journalism school.
Missy, he didn't even graduate. Yeah. Why are we going down there?
There's a certain irony in that.
Oh, God. But the logic was, in this industry, the grades didn't matter. And my God, this program couldn't be more proof of that.
Right. I mean, we're never going to amount to anything.
Right.
But we do have jobs.
Right.
You mean like grammar and stuff?
Well, one of the classes is media laughing.
I had to take my final 3 hours.
Chuckle. When and how?
At a library, Tim. That's how I got my final 3.
Oh, so you did have 3 left when you left?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I had taken...
Go to Rochester, Minnesota?
Last semester somebody told me, here's a cakewalk history credit for 3 hours. Ancient history, piece of cake. It was the hardest thing I've ever had in my life. And I gave up on it, and I flagged the thing. Flagged it.
Wow.
So I had to have 3 more hours. So I went and took one. It was called correspondence courses at the time.
Yes,
you go to a library, and the librarian would give you the test, give you the book, and then the test. I took history of Missouri. That was the easiest class I'd ever had in my life.
What's the state bird?
It was that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Is it Blue Jay?
I think it is. Yeah. Kind of a surprise.
Mm-hmm.
I just go because the Jeff City High School mascot is the Blue Jays.
So I'm sure now you could knock off some hours online and maybe get a job.
Get a real job. Email in the morning after at InsideSTL.com. Design Air, sponsor of our email today, the morning after at InsideSTL.com. That is how you can partake in the program. And if you win tickets to the Stiefel Classic and VIP parking. That is the prize for today's Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day. Maybe tomorrow I'll give away $50 again, just like I did with the self-made stay-at-home Ledoux mom, but I had to Venmo it to a guy because I guess she doesn't have a Venmo set up yet.
There's no she involved.
So you can get these tickets by winning the Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day, the morning after, at InsideSTL.com. The program's called TMA. It's presented by Brown and Crouppen on 101 ESPN.
It's been a while since Schnucks lowered the prices on everyday items. They did that on thousands of items. They just continue to find new ones like Red Baron Pizza, Lean Cuisine. You've got the Chobani blended 4-pack of yogurt, those popular Stoke cold coffees that Jackson loves, Haagen-Dazs. All of these lower prices, and these are not sale items at Schnucks. These are everyday lower prices. Doing their best to knock down the grocery price when you go. I know a little bit of sticker shock. Doing their best by having over thousands of items in the store where they've lowered the prices. So when you're shopping, you're going to save a little bit of money. And if you have the rewards app, every time you check out, you'll see your balance there. Just load up on the rewards. All of a sudden, you've got money to use the next time around. Save it up for a couple of months. You got a big pile of money that you can knock off the final total of your bill. It's pretty cool. The rewards app also allows you to do curbside pickup, delivery, all of it, one spot, the Schnucks Rewards. These are everyday savings that you can count on right now at your local Schnucks store.
Doug, these are scary songs.
Okay.
That's Jackson's music theme for August 7th, 2025 on TMA 101 ESPN, the program presented to you by Brown and Crouppen, Fisher Window and Door Store, sponsor of our 8 o'clock hour. You're welcome to participate in the program in a myriad ways. Call in. Callier and Thompson. Phone lines 314-974-0101. Text in. Air Comfort Service. Text inbox 399-9646. And then you got this Michelob Ultra YouTube chat where friends have gathered on a beautiful Thursday morning. 229 friends are in there, like Don PP, DJ Patty Cakes, Professor Dumbledore, Lex Luthor, and Bill Reloaded.
Okay.
Bill Reloaded is talking it over with John Scores. Watch the program, talk it over with other TMA listeners. Jackson, what is this AI? A TikTok uses AI to go after the Cardinals, and it's pretty good, according to Jackson. Are you guys familiar with this at all?
No.
Chairman Kurt is. You guys are not? Okay, what do we got here?
Yeah, this is from a TikTok account called Play Call Media.
Doug, Play Call Media.
And they asked AI to roast the Cardinals, and I thought it was pretty funny.
Okay.
So here you go. So this is, artificial intelligence.
Go ahead and hit
roasting
the lever, please, Pale.
You bet. The St. Louis Cardinals, the baseball equivalent of your grandpa talking about the war while the roof quietly caves in. Sure, they've got 11 World Series titles, more than any team not named the Yankees. But lately, they're riding that history like it's still printing wins. You'd think a franchise that calls itself the best fans in baseball would demand more than .500 baseball and vibes. Nolan Gorman's still swinging like he's auditioning for a windmill. Jordan Walker's got talent, but at this point, they're developing him like a crusty ham sandwich left out in the Busch Stadium sun.
Oh.
Mason wins fast. Too bad he's sprinting between fourth-place finishes. Pitching? Sonny Gray's your ace, which is a polite way of saying, we couldn't afford anyone scarier. The bullpen's held together with duct tape, prayers, and whichever minor leaguer's arm hasn't exploded yet. But hey, Cardinals baseball is about tradition. And by tradition, we mean clinging to washed-up veterans, signing former All-Stars 5 years past their prime, and calling it a strategy. They're still trotting out players like it's 2014 and acting shocked when it doesn't work. The farm system was once elite. Now it's where prospects go to disappear quietly, like a sitcom spin-off that never aired. And the fans? They still pack Busch Stadium like it's a pilgrimage, 3 million strong, chanting about the Cardinal Way, which apparently includes finishing third in the Central and calling it a character-building season. This isn't a rebuild. It's a reboot of a formula that's been outdated longer than their last playoff win. The Cardinals aren't chasing championships. They're chasing ghosts. And unless the ghost of Stan Musial is throwing 98 out of the bullpen, it's going to be a long century.
Wow. Well, Musial didn't pitch in the major leagues, and they're not still getting 3 million fans a year.
Matt, did you know in the top of the fourth that Don Mattingly made the statement that it makes him think that the Stan Musial is in that body and running around here?
Sick.
And you?
Well, I don't really know what to say about that one.
So maybe they are counting on the ghost like usual.
I would say they had their own paranormal experience at Busch, it sounds like. The AI voice, though, how do they decide the voice?
That is like a TikTok voice, like a TikTok voiceover where you can enter in any text and a TikTok voiceover kind of thing.
A little like a professor reading a thesis.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it aggregates all things. So somebody's blog might have said he's like an old ham sandwich sitting out in the sun. Like, did AI just grab all these elements from all these
Pretty
blogs?
much scans the entire internet in like 0.5 seconds.
So many of those things you think have been said.
And variations of.
Because you wouldn't make that up, would you? Like a ham sandwich out in the sun. Like a computer wouldn't think of that. So
why not?
It must have been said at some point.
Well, I'll tell you what, Martin, per the listeners here who are texting into the Air Comfort Service text inbox, they agree with the sentiment. Sharon and Clayton, star of Real Housewives of TMA, says that's 1,000% accurate. Dougie V's BBL says this wasn't so much funny as it was grimly accurate. And Big Tough says, what is this guy's obsession with AI slop? This sucks. That's from Big Tough, who does not like Jackson's AI songs or your AI Cardinal.
Assigning it to me is a little, I think, a step too far. I mean, I cut the audio. I didn't make it. I didn't make the music.
Things like that are why you have to be really careful with AI, because much of what it said was absolutely true, but some of what it said was completely false. Yep. And you have to be smarter than it to know what's false and what's true.
Yeah, I would agree with that statement right there, Doug.
So maybe we've missed the obvious here from this show for 2 hours. Just kind of workshopped a lot of topics. Do the Cardinals need an exorcism? Send them down to DeBerg Hall?
Well, the Pope is from around these parts.
He's a sax guy.
Right?
Yeah.
Maybe he can do that.
I got an email, speaking of the exorcism, from somebody who works at St. Louis University. And he says there is nothing in DeBerg Hall of note anymore. Everybody talks about it, but there is nothing there. He says, so you guys don't need to reach out to Coach Searce to go through there with a lantern today.
No, now we find out what they did with it. Where is it now?
Yeah.
Subterranean. They could have buried it.
Eric's story was from 2003, so it's possible. Like Scooby-Doo would always say, oh, those kids. There was always kids. Those darn kids got in there. Maybe that's when they decided to finally dust it off, get rid of it.
This exorcism happened, what was the
1949.
Yeah, I imagine you'd be hard-pressed to find any college anywhere in America where things are the same right now as they were in 1949. Where the furniture is the same or the buildings are the same. They've all undergone renovation since then. Most, anyway.
Doug, Mac is on the Callier and Thompson phone lines here on 101 ESPN. Good morning, Mac. You're on with Doug Vaughn.
Morning, guys. How's it going?
Oh, we're fine. How about you, Mackie?
Not too bad. I just want to talk a little bit about the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm kind of a Steelers guy.
All right.
And, I just want to know what the realistic expectations are for them this year. What is this, year 20 or year 19 for Tomlin? And, Aaron Rodgers on a one-year deal. I think last year sort of felt like just a gap year, and I hope that this year is not the same, but I feel like that's what it's shaping up to be.
You heard Terry Bradshaw was not on board with Rodgers joining the squad. Are you good with? Do you like that take?
I don't know. I just feel like it's been a while since they've had the guy on the team, like a guy. I think Rodgers with the one-year deal is like, I don't know. Is Will Howard ready to be the quarterback yet? I don't know. But
Doug, do you think Will Howard? I know you've been looking at some of the film from camp with Will Howard. What do you?
He was awfully good at Ohio State. Yeah. Why not go with him?
Hey, y'all, what up? That's what I thought, but I don't know. I mean, do you think Tomlin's on the hot seat for this year? If it's another,
you put him on the hot seat on your list, your preseason list that you just posted on your Substack.
Yeah, a lot of it depends on how Isaac Siamalu performs at that left guard spot.
Sure, whatever. Yeah. I don't know. I think it was disappointing that Fields didn't stick around. I thought if he could stay healthy, that would have been something that could have worked out.
Mac, are you a Steelers fan that lives in St. Louis? Or are you from the Iron City?
No, I'm a casual Steelers fan that lives in St. Louis, but I got family that's from Pittsburgh, so that I can't really root for the Chiefs. So Steelers it is.
Okay. Over under on Steelers, Tim, 8.5.
8.5 plus 2,800 to hoist the Lombardi Trophy.
Okay.
Not taking that. Nope.
Plus 430 to win the AFC North. The Ravens are your favorites.
Yeah, I don't see that happening either. I think
this is the show, huh?
Well, this is it. Yeah.
Banger.
I mean, I don't know.
What prompted you, Mac, to call in at this moment to discuss the Pittsburgh Steelers?
They've just been on my mind. I've just been thinking about how disappointing and mediocre the last 4 years have been for them. I mean, I know that they, every year it's like, okay, playoff team sort of, but that's it. And they don't have sort of the guy on their team. I know they went out and they got Jalen Ramsey and they got DK Metcalf, but now you've got a veteran quarterback on a one-year deal, and it's like there's no motivation for any long-term success, I feel like.
Maybe there's some parallels with the Cardinals. You were used to being in the playoffs every year. Now you're trying to hang on with veteran players and just maybe not going to get there.
Okay.
Well, that's just my thought. Just trying to bring it back local.
All right. Well, thank you, Mac. That was
I appreciate
that was a call.
No problem.
All right.
Tim, I got it wrong. It was those meddling kids, you dope, when talking
weren't
about
happy with you in the air
No,
conference
a lot of people
yesterday.
pointed out it was those meddling kids. And that was your Steeler update, which was not on the dossier.
You got a super girl cousin who shows up in a cape.
What was that?
That's Mike Francesa's review of the film Superman.
Oh.
Guys, can I call in and talk about the Charlotte Hornets? Jackson, you got a Hornets take?
Yeah, the bottom tier franchise.
Hey, Mac, go jump in the Allegheny. See, Clevie Wade localized it.
Mm-hmm.
If it was a Cardinals or Blues take, they're going into the Mississippi, maybe the Missouri, maybe the Merrimack. Here, he went to the Allegheny. One, of course, the Three Rivers.
Ohio,
yeah.
Allegheny,
and the Monongahela.
Yeah.
Monongahela.
And I also wanted to talk about Phillip Rivers.
Talk about all that.
Go ahead. I also wanted to talk about Carson Wentz and Drew Brees, Andrew Luck.
Get rid of him.
Yeah, see,
that was it. If he mentions Andrew Luck, that's it.
Once Luck came up, it was over.
People are mad at Chairman for allowing the call to get on there.
Nonsense. Chairman, great work.
Great work.
Bone up job.
People were mad at me for the follow-up questions, Tim. I did want to know why he felt compelled to call.
If that is a bit, I cannot tell you how much I applaud his ability to keep it together.
I don't think it was a bit.
But like have we ever talked Pittsburgh Steelers?
No, not as much as we should.
Kerry Davis, friend of the show on the afternoon, former Pittsburgh Steelers, Super Bowl champion with said Steelers.
All right,
but we did not play for the Steelers.
No, but we should.
254 friends talking Steelers football in the Michelob Ultra YouTube chat. That's youtube.com/TMASTL. Just open up your YouTube app, type in TMASTL. Next thing you know, you can watch us talk it over regarding the Steelers. And Doug likes the left guard play he's seen so far this August in Western Pennsylvania.
Yeah, so I don't think you can downplay that.
Voice of the Steelers is Rob King.
Yes!
Formerly of St. Louis Sports Radio.
Worked with Rich Gould.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Has he been there a while?
Yeah, he went there. Remember when Fox Sports Net was based in Pittsburgh?
Yes,
so Pat Paris.
Guy
Junker, Pat Paris would be talking about the Cardinals, and then they're like, all right, we'll come back with our Pirates Live. Oh, I'm sorry, that's for the Pittsburgh audience. There was a lot of Pirate-Cardinal overlap. Will King was there doing it, and then somehow got in with the Steelers. We'll get him on. Mac. We'll have Rob King next week on Saturday.
Oh, there you go, Doug.
That'd be a fun job, wouldn't it, to be the radio voice of an NFL team?
You ever heard the Vikings guy? He's awesome. He's like
Allen.
He doesn't care that he's just a giant fan, and he'll give it to the other players, like call them losers. It's really funny.
Oh, is that right?
Maybe not losers, but I'll try to pull up some Paul Allen.
NFL announcers with names that are more famous with other people. Paul Allen is the name of the Vikings announcer, not the Microsoft owner. Jerry Sandusky, voice of the Baltimore Ravens, not that Jerry.
He was a good friend of mine in Miami.
Oh, the voice of the Ravens?
Yeah, Jerry Sandusky. He was going to be in my wedding, but he had to work and fill my shift. He had to do the sports on Saturday night.
We'll take your Jerry Sandusky call.
I'm sure there's some. I'm sure there's a few.
314-974-0101. Can you guys bring back Hey Kay Adams for a weekly fantasy segment? That's from Lake St. Louis Island boy Martin. She was a regular on the program. She and Doug got sideways over Brian Hartline, who I believe now is a coach at Ohio State, but he was a wide receiver. Was that with the Dolphins or the Browns?
Dolphins. I think the Dolphins. I don't remember if I wanted him and she talked me out of him, and then he had a big year or something like that, or she said to take him, and I forget. But oh man, we clashed.
Down.
Oh. There's AK right there.
Yeah.
Why are you yelling?
There she is again.
She told you to pipe down.
Doug would go after about Brian Hartline.
Yeah.
What?
There's AK.
Some
Dorothy to me and you.
More housekeeping. The state bird is the bluebird, not the blue jay.
Chairman Kurt was getting an earful on a phone call during the commercial break about it.
I didn't even let him get the whole sentence out. I interrupted. Yes, I know bluebird.
Yeah. Oh, I said it.
State bird,
I guess
bluebird.
Do I have to make a statement now?
Yeah, go ahead and make a statement.
You asses.
About half an hour ago, I said that the state bird of Missouri is the blue jay, when it is in fact the eastern bluebird. And I'm going to take some time away just to think about what I said, how I can better myself in my community. And I would like to apologize to not only the Missouri community, but the bluebird community as a whole.
I think the bluebird is a poor choice for state bird. Have you ever seen a bluebird? Ever?
I'm not much of a bird watcher. I don't really know.
You see cardinals. Why wouldn't it be the cardinal? We have a team here that's been the Cardinals for more than 100 years. You see plenty of cardinals around here. You ever see a bluebird?
We'll get down to Jeff City right now and put a finger in the chest of the legislators.
Let's do something about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
The cardinals as state bird would at least make some sense, wouldn't it?
I stand with your point here.
Okay.
Doug, you have the support of Jackson Burkett, but Jackson's taking some time away.
It's true.
Because of his statement.
Okay.
earlier.
Probably not the wagon you want to hit yourself to.
Maybe I've seen some bluebirds and didn't recognize it, but I see robins and crows and sparrows and cardinals. I don't see bluebirds. I'm getting hotter the more I think about it.
Oh, you are.
I just hope my thoughts don't turn into felonies.
Wow. Is that a thing?
Could be.
Doug, I saw a bluebird at Tillis Park yesterday. It's from Jonathan Titsworthy.
You did.
Yeah, there's one right there.
Okay.
Probably the same one that Jonathan saw. Email in the morning after at InsideSTL.com. Stiefel Classic tickets and VIP parking. The prize for the Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day. Got the best email, you win it. That's coming up at 10:45. The program's called TMA on 101 ESPN.
AutoLoanPro.com. That's the website to head to if you're in the market for a new car. Doesn't matter your situation, whatever your circumstances are, the Auto Loan Pro is going to get you that car, and they can also help get your credit back on track. You can download the free playbook. One of the great features on the website. Scroll down, look for that free playbook, start to understand better how the entire credit industry works. So they're selling you a car, but they're also helping you learn about the credit industry. It takes a pro to do it right. You got the Auto Loan Pro working with over 50 different lenders. That means they'll get you the best rate possible. So they're going to get you little to no money down, best rate possible, and a learning experience. All of it, one website, AutoLoanPro.com. They're part of the Lita family. Make sure to download that playbook and go to AutoLoanPro.com for your next vehicle. Whatever your situation, get a new car next time around. Get a different car. Maybe you got something in mind. Just kind of work along the way with Auto Loan Pro. They'll get you in the best car possible at the lowest rate. It's AutoLoanPro.com.
This is Jackson with the SportsCenter update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling with a wide range of emotions for former Cardinal Andrew Kittredge, as on Tuesday night he was booed off the mound. And yesterday he threw an immaculate inning against the Cincinnati Reds, striking out all 3 batters on 9 pitches. That was another SportsCenter update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Daikin heating and air conditioning dealer.
Oh, this is the jam. I don't think this is Scurry.
This is the Jordan Peele Us remix of I Got 5 on It.
Oh, Doug, this is the remix.
I see.
You'll have to play a little bit here. You'll notice that Jordan Peele, the genius he is, adds a little horror element to this song.
Doug, you enjoying this?
I don't know what it sounds like. There's a shark coming.
His Jaws was certainly an inspiration.
Yeah.
His movie Get Out was the highest grossing horror movie, beating out Jaws. So he gave a nod to Jaws by using this.
All right, I got to cut it off. I don't know what's going on.
That's enough.
I was excited when I thought I was hearing I Got 5 on it.
It's I Got 5 on it. It's just remixed.
What was that horror movie that they made on a really low budget, like with the home camera?
Blair Witch Project, 1999.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That was a huge moneymaker, wasn't it? 'Cause
Massive.
They spent like $25,000 to make it, and
They basically
millions.
netted the box office total because it cost like $80,000 to make.
I tried to watch it, but I got seasick because the cameras were swinging back and forth and
it's
back
tough.
and forth.
Is it scary?
Yeah, it's terrifying.
Really?
Yeah. I like it wouldn't like in 1999 if I were to see that in the theater, I would think that stuff actually happened to those people because of the camcorder-esque filming of it, you know.
Budget $200,000 to $750,000, somewhere in between.
Really?
Box office $248 million.
Yeah, that's kind of a Tam Avenue Capital Partners return.
I would imagine most of that budget too is on marketing, not on the actual production of it.
Yeah, because you keep the number changes every time you hear how much it costs to make it. It goes up or down.
Studios put out how much the budget is. It probably is higher than what they put out.
It made 200. So why don't we make a horror movie with?
I'm going to do that today?
Yeah.
Doug's going to come over and watch Human Centipede. So maybe after that,
get some inspiration.
Hey, Walter did an interview on ESPN.com.
Oh, no wonder he's not calling us back.
Yeah, long form interview too. Recommended reading. And you know why they had him on? Do you know why? Anybody? Chairman
Walter.
does. Martin doesn't. Doug doesn't. Jackson
he's
doesn't
on the
know who he
cover
is.
with. Is it because he's also on the cover of EA Sports?
That's correct. You got Matthew, you got Brady, and then you got Walter on the EA Sports NHL 26 Deluxe edition. How about that?
Huh.
So the 3 Tkachuks are on the front of NHL 26, and they did a long-form interview with him. Pretty good stuff in here, by the way. He said, with regard to them winning the Stanley Cup, he said, 2 years ago we were going crazy. I know this is going to sound awful, but it felt like routine this time around. That's the kind of expectation level that the Panthers have now. Maybe we are in the midst of witnessing, Doug, the oil of the 80s or the Islanders, and you always like Bobby Nystrom?
Sure.
Of the 80s?
I had no reason to dislike him,
Remember
really.
Bernie Federico picking them when they were down 2-0 to the Leafs?
Yes, he did.
And we were all like, I don't know. They're kind of buried. And he's like, I still like the Panthers.
They did, and then they hoist the chalice back-to-back years. He says, Matthew has 2 rings. He's been to the final 3 straight season. Brady finally makes the playoffs with Ottawa last season. It was an interesting year for him with the Senators. What did you make of that moment when their owner spoke out against teams soft tampering with Brady and declaring he was not going anywhere despite those who feel he might want out? This is of interest, I know, to many Blues fans. And Walter said, I wouldn't believe everything you hear. I think after what happened with Matthew in Calgary, everyone just assumes that's going to happen with Brady in Ottawa. But Brady loves it there. Brady has really cemented himself in the community. They're a team on the rise. They got a great bunch of young players. They're core players. The fans and the city itself treat him so well. He wants to be a big part of that moving forward, so I don't think he's going anywhere. That's Keith Tkachuk on the possibility of Brady leaving Ottawa. Doug, so I don't know if you want to cross him off your list to join the note.
Well, I wanted him on the note, that's for sure. I had relatives that lived in Ottawa for a couple of years, and they said they had snow up to their eyeballs like 6 or 7 months out of the year. That'd be hard to like. But I'm sure it's a hockey-crazy town, and he'd be the biggest guy in town there. So
yeah, but that's one of the reasons Matthew liked to get out of Calgary. You know, he didn't want the attention. Didn't want the attention in St. Louis either, I don't think. You know?
On that list of top 200 fantasy hockey players that we were talking with Curbs, and I was looking for hockey topics because it's August, I went on the NHL website, found that list. Brady Tkachuk, number 6 on the fantasy football.
I had
fantasy
him last
hockey
year.
top 200.
I had him last year on my team. He was number 1 for a couple of months. Yeah.
What a...
You don't really think of him as the premier player in the league, but he's right up there.
It's the Tkachuk's world. We're just living in it.
And Greg asked him about the support that he is getting for getting into the Hockey Hall of Fame. And Walter says, I mean, there's nothing I can do. I appreciate the support. I really do. If it happens, great. If it doesn't, life goes on. But my kids are my Hall of Fame. I enjoy watching them. I work for the Blues, but I also get to see my kids play and see them grow up. It was an honor to play in the NHL. The game has changed my life. And if it happens, my mother will be extremely happy. I think she's the one who takes it the hardest. So
Is she still working the docks up in Dallas?
Yes.
Can they let her retire, please? Can somebody shovel her a couple mil and let her retire?
I want to see the transcript of the entire interview because you know every answer starts, Jesus, I don't know. And then he gives the real answer. Jesus.
I would say that Tkachuks are the second most accomplished hockey family ever behind the Hulls. Bobby Hull, Brett Hull, Dennis Hull. Tkachuks maybe 2. Gordie Howe and his son Mark Howe, 3.
Because you have the...
Oh, we could get a Mount Rushmore.
Oh, wow.
One more, we got a Mount Rushmore. The Espositos?
The Esposito. I was just going to say Esposito. That's a good question.
Okay.
Sutters had depth.
Yeah.
They had a lot of them.
Well, they didn't have
superstar power.
Hanson brothers.
Yeah. Movie boy. Good or bad?
Good.
Old Walt's had quite a life for himself to have that career that he had. I think he'll get in the Hall of Fame someday. And then to have 2 sons who are going to look like they're on their way to the Hall of Fame as well. That's quite a run.
That's pretty cool. St. Louis's own. That's why we had the Mount Rushmore earlier, Doug, and you could get creative.
Mm-hmm.
Put Matthew Tkachuk, Jason Tatum. I was with Justin Tatum yesterday. He's going to be on Sports Final tonight. He's coaching in Australia. He won a championship there in the NBL. And then he coached this summer in Indonesia. And I said, where? And he said, Jakarta. And he said, it's so crowded. So I looked it up. It's a city of 11 million.
Is that in Java?
It's. I think it might be on the island. It's Indonesia, Jakarta. And he said the traffic is so bad, you're only allowed to drive every other day based on your license plate. If you have like an even number plate or an odd number plate, whatever, however they break it down, he said there's certain days your car is allowed to be on the road and there's certain days it's not.
Holy crap.
Because there's so many people there.
Is that one of those cities where everyone's driving a scooter and there's like no red lights or anything? It's just mass chaos?
Well, if you look, it looks very commercialized, and it says it's got a great nightlife and all. And
it's the capital of Indonesia.
It's massive. There's skyscrapers, but I'm picturing more of like the rickshaws and little, markets everywhere set up. But it actually looks fairly cosmopolitan.
And was he coaching at CBC?
Yeah, he was coaching at CBC. And then one of the Novellis owns the team in Australia. And so he went down there to coach. And his desire is to become an NBA coach on a staff and, get an assistant's job at some point. So he's trying to pay his dues down there, living an hour north of Sydney.
Well, Australia sounds like fun. I don't know about Indonesia.
Yeah, I think he would prefer living in Australia, too.
I would think so, yeah.
You're welcome to give your thoughts. 314-399-9646. That's how you can text in to the program. Then you're also welcome to call in via the Callier and Thompson phone lines, 314-974-0101. And you can email in for our Design, Air, Heating, and Cooling email the day, the morning after at InsideSTL.com. Watch the program at YouTube.com/TMASTL. That's the Michelob Ultra YouTube chat. James Carlton is my insurance agent. He has been now for 6-7 years, and I am thrilled with working with James. Was texting with James last night, as a matter of fact, and he is, but this is what he said. He texted me, and he was offering me, and what a gesture it was, his parking spot for the Missouri-Kansas game, which is, I mean, that's huge value. And I said, are you not going? And he says, please, this isn't Jackson we're talking about.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow. Catching strays.
Yeah. Man. He said, I would skip my own wedding for this game. But he is not going to spend the night down there like we are. So he is taking a bus down with some compadres. Maybe if you sign up with James Carlton, he'll give you your parking spot. His parking spot. I don't know. All I know is I got it for the Kansas game.
I used it for the Oklahoma game last year. It's premier. It's premier. You can see the stadium.
He's NIL through and through. 314-961-4800 or go online at carltoninsurance.net. That's James Carlton. You call there right now and you're going to talk to somebody live. You do not want to be working with an insurance agent. You email and then like 2 days later they get back to you and go, what's going on? If you're calling your insurance agent, there's a usual case of an urgency going on. Plus you want your insurance agent looking to save you money. That's what they do at James Carlton, the Carlton State Farm Insurance Agency in Webster Groves. Takes you 2 minutes to call. They will do the rest of the work from there. That is your potential return on investment. 2 minutes of a call, saving thousands of dollars. That 120 seconds can mean a lot of money for you and your family. 314-961-4800. Or go online at carltoninsurance.net. The program's called TMA. It's presented to you by Brown and Crouppen. We are in the Mark Hanna Evergreen Wealth Strategies 9 o'clock hour here on 101 ESPN and the TMA STL YouTube channel.
St. Louis is home to great soccer. It's also home to the first U.S. professional soccer league. The St. Louis Soccer League formed in 1915, and it predated the American Soccer League. Fast forward to today, soccer, of course, a vital part of everyday life here around town, and Together Credit Union is proud to partner up with City SC. They've put together the City SC Visa credit card. Get that by going to any of the 14 locations for Together Credit Union or online. TogetherCU.org. Together Credit Union, the only place you'll get the City SC fan credit card. It has special perks, express entry on match day, free City Plus membership. That's a $50 value. Primary access to single match tickets. City SC cashback rewards on every purchase you make at the City Pavilion, the City Goods, all retail concession locations, and special member-only events and experiences, all designed to bring you closer to City. You've also got exclusive access to monthly giveaways like field passes, City kits, club tickets, and more. So how do you get this credit card? Like I said, go online, togethercu.org, or stop by any of their 14 local branches. Don't wait. Sign up today and show your support for City SC. Visit togethercu.org for full terms and details. Together Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA.
Tiny Tim.
Yeah. Married on the Tonight Show, but I thought the theme was scurry music, but do you consider this scurry?
This song chills me to my bones.
Oh, my God.
Why?
It's really creepy. The gentleman singing at that high pitch.
You ever see him? You know what he looks like?
Yeah, that contributes to my fear.
What if he's a surprise guest and this is his voice?
Is he
and
still
you think
alive?
he's faking his voice?
No,
I'm
he
gonna
Passed
guess.
away. Passed away, Jackson. You
Okay. Within the last 10 years, maybe?
He wasn't particularly young when he became this superstar there for a couple of years.
Yeah, I nailed it. Timmy died in 1996.
Really?
I thought it was recent.
I would have said last 15 years. Holy crap.
1996 in Minneapolis. He was 64. Tiny Tim.
Your thoughts on Tiny Tim? 314-974-0101. And you can also text in 314-399-9646. Michelob Ultra YouTube chat has 241 friends, including Darth 007. Nothing but love to everyone here. I just like talking crap. That's from Darth 007, who I don't know what's going on, but it sounds like he's in there talking crap. I don't know, Doug. I don't know. It seems like that's a happy place, the Michelob Ultra YouTube chat.
Okay.
They're talking about Adam Ant. He performed at the pageant last year. Am I right on that?
I
He had
don't
the
know
song
where he performed.
Strip.
Goody Two Shoes.
Goody Two Shoes. Doug named two other.
I couldn't name any.
I was looking up how to get from St. Louis to Jakarta. Not easy.
How would you go?
You can get under $1,000. You go St. Louis to Dallas, 3-hour layover, then Dallas to Hong Kong. That's a 16-hour flight. And then 4.5-hour layover in Hong Kong to Jakarta, 5 hours.
Okay.
So it'd take about 2 days.
But from Australia, I bet, a little closer.
Would agree.
Because it's all over.
Eastern
It's like
Hemisphere.
over that way.
You know.
Adam Ant is 70, Tim.
We will celebrate that on tomorrow's show. Friday, we always celebrate Adam Ant, and that's what we will do on tomorrow's program. Doug, did you see Jackson's links that he sends over? Usually around 5 o'clock's the witching hour when I get the links.
Missed him.
Martin, oftentimes you already have gone to onboarding when Doug gets his guessing games, but I want you to be able to witness, Doug, the brilliance that is the guessing games. This is Sports Illustrated's top 25 best college football coaches of the past 25 years.
Oh, gosh.
What's wrong?
Okay.
Why is it 25?
I don't know.
25 years.
I think you're going to get number one without
Saban.
question. There you go. Now number two.
Oh.
Come on, you can
did
do
you
this.
say number 2?
That's right.
Kirby Smart.
He's number 4. Nice.
Okay.
I'll give you that.
Tim, did number 2 coach at Florida and Ohio State?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
Maybe Utah as well?
That's correct.
On Fox TV?
That's
Right.
correct.
And he's kind of mean. He's a little bit mean-spirited.
Jacksonville
at times.
Jaguars. Great run.
Did have a nice run there. So, Doug, that name, of course, is...
I keep forgetting his name.
I had a feeling that was the case. That's why I followed up.
Gosh.
Not rural.
I know exactly who it is.
If it's not rural,
Initials.
it's UM.
Urban Meyer.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you got
exactly
it.
who it was.
All right.
How about that?
Number 3.
Oh, did you say 3?
That's right. Jackson hates him.
Oh. Jackson hates him.
We're sitting here again
Steve
talking
Spurrier.
about the same thing.
I don't hate the
Okay.
old ball coach.
Think championships in the last
All right.
10 years or so.
That's right.
Again, Jacksonville Jaguars comes to mind because of the quarterback.
Good call there, Martin.
Nice, really nice, Martin.
Trying to help.
Great segment.
He's really fast, you know.
He's fast.
Yeah.
He's actually a friend of the Cardinals.
Is he?
Yeah.
Schulte, I
I've
think.
been down there with him when he was taking batting practice.
I bet he
Got
took
video
some
of it on my
big
phone.
hacks.
I think he was a little nervous going into the cage.
That shocks
I
me.
got a video of him.
An opportunity for people to look at him.
DS.
D.S. Diego Segui. I remember when he also pitched for the Cardinals a long time. He had this fork ball. Man, people couldn't hit it there for a while. Diego Segui. All right, he's number 3.
Okay.
Dabo Swinney, of
Dabo
course.
Swinney, of course. You know.
Number 5, we're going to have to go back a couple
Number
decades
5,
now.
back, not Spurrier.
Nope.
Lou Holtz.
Nope.
Going back a couple. Did you say a couple decades?
That's
Okay. You did say a couple decades.
No, that's right. That's right.
All right.
Coached in the NFL as well.
I was going to say, and still is, right?
Yes.
Pete Carroll?
Yes.
Okay.
Another guy I don't like.
Why?
Pete Carroll or the next one on the
People
list?
seem to love Pete Carroll.
Chewing that gum so fast.
He seems like he'd be fun.
Yeah, the USC thing, I didn't like any of it. I hated the Seahawks when the Rams were in town and still here. Anti Pete Carroll. Although he seems like a nice enough guy.
I was going to say, you hate him, but he actually seems...
He does seem like
I can see Dabo being a little full of himself. I think Pete Carroll's kind of fun.
I think Doug can get 6. I think I could give Doug 500 guesses before he would get 7.
6. Let me have the initials.
I'm going to go more hints. Played in the NFL.
Played in the NFL. Deion
Coaching
Sanders.
in the NFL.
Yet again, famous family of coaches.
Won a national championship recently.
Khakis.
Oh, did you say Cat Harbaugh?
There we go.
The khakis of all the
That's what it was. That was
kind of a fraternity,
khakis.
more or less.
Yeah, you guys know. All right. I want to really workshop 7 here.
All right.
He's on Fox's, one of their shows.
Fox's show.
It's Reggie Bush.
Coach.
Okay, he's a coach on one of Fox's shows. Jimmy Johnson.
No.
But that was a decent guess, so wasn't it?
I mean,
It was a decent guess. He was on a Fox show.
He wasn't
won a
really
national
good.
title.
This is the last 25 years. You know, I mean, he.
Okay.
Kurt Menefee.
I need initials.
CP.
CP, Chester Pendleton. He coached? Who's Chester Pendleton?
This gentleman did not coach in the Eastern or Central time zones, but he did coach at 2 schools.
Chuck Pooty Britches? No. CP.
Should I drop out of that?
Martin's got the FCC.
Get the shingles out. We need to replace them as he went upstairs, and there's a hole. Fix it before the rain comes. Woo!
Second letter, first name.
H.
See, Charles Patterson.
Nope.
Cordero. God, could he run?
Boy,
The third,
like a hawk.
third letter, please.
R.
Chris Peters.
Oh, you're so close.
No, Martin. Because I think if he wouldn't have said that, we might be here.
I know.
Fourth letter, please. I.
R.
All right. CHRR?
Why?
CHRI. All right.
Martin, your hint did not help.
The Fox thing threw me off. I didn't realize he was, and now I'm like, I kind of seen him on there a little bit.
Yeah.
So you got to think.
Next letter, please.
Huskies,
Yes.
Broncos, Coach both.
John Fox.
Well, college Huskies, college Broncos.
Okay. Yeah. Next letter, please.
No, now we're in his last name.
Oh, we got all the way to Chris. Okay, Chris. Next letter.
Not related to. He's not related to Pete.
Oh, Chris. Okay, third letter, please.
T.
Chris. Okay. Chris Peters. Chris. Why am I drawing an absolute complete blank?
The 7th greatest college football coach in the last 25
Next letter,
years.
I like
please.
Chester Pendleton.
Well, I don't know what letter we're on.
P. You said P-E-T.
E.
Chris Peterson.
Yes, you got it.
Gosh.
Washington.
Why don't I know?
State.
I don't know Chris Peterson. Man.
He's the 7th best.
He's down
I was
this
very
list?
surprised to see him on the list.
That's was
I wouldn't know Chris Peterson if he walked in that door.
Coached at Boise State.
What about Jimmy Tressel? Is he on the list?
Yes, he is.
should
He's
be.
10.
He should be.
Okay.
Ryan Day is 11, so back-to-back
Okay.
Buckeyes for Chuckles Marlowe. Mac Brown is 9. Number 8, Bobby Stoops.
Yeah.
It's a great call.
Chip Kelly.
Mike Leach.
Mike
maybe?
Leach is 13.
How about Pinkle? Did he get on the
He
list?
did not.
Oh, I was going to say low 20s. No.
Jimbo Fisher's on there. Gary Patterson's on there. Kyle Whittingham's on there. Brian Kelly's on there. His list of schools. Can you name his 5 schools that he coached at?
Brian Kelly?
Yes.
can get 2 right after that.
LSU and Notre Dame.
Was he at BC?
No.
Cincinnati.
He's from
That's
Boston,
correct,
though.
Martin. Nice. And now you're going to be put to the test.
What are the initials of the schools that he coached at?
Oh, boy.
CM?
CM.
GVS.
Church of the Minions.
Oh, Grand Valley State's going to be
Yes!
And Central Michigan.
Yes!
He's kind of an
Fire up
Ohio-ish, kind of an Ohio middle
Shout out to
Michigan
Stalter.
guy. Yeah.
Kalen DeBoer is 18.
Really?
It's a little high, I think, for the last
I don't think
20
he's
years.
earned that quite yet.
James Franklin is at 19. Spurrier is on there.
All ball coach.
Down at 20, but I think that's mainly because most of his handiwork was more in the 90s than the 2000s. Urban Meyer got them that national title a few years later. Les Miles.
Sarkisian get in there anywhere?
Nope. Yeah. Rich Rod. David Shaw's at 23.
Yeah, get a good run.
And I would pay 1,000 to 1 if you could get 24 and 25.
Lincoln Riley.
I've never heard of number 25. I have to be honest with you.
Can we have initials?
It's going to really put us to the test.
JM.
JM. That's Jimbo Mahoney.
Is it Jeff Monken?
Nope.
Oh. Second letter, first name, please.
It's Jerry Moore of Appalachian State.
Okay, I was going to get that.
Before Eli?
And now Jackson's going to be madder than a hornet.
What, like Heupel got in there or something?
Lance Leopold is number 24.
No.
And now Jackson's gone. Now Jackson's gone. Now Jackson's gone.
There's no bigger blue ribbon that they give than Kansas football for being super mediocre. It's like they can hang a banner up because they won 7 games.
Everybody gets a trophy.
It's crazy. Oh, Kansas on every list. It's like, oh, here comes Kansas. What have they done over the past 25 years to deserve any recognition?
Well, and
Lance Leopold.
Lance, God bless him, but since 2000, he was at Nebraska Omaha as a running backs coach in 2000. Then he went to Nebraska to be an assistant. Back to Nebraska Omaha to be an assistant head coach. He was at Wisconsin Whitewater for 7-8 seasons. Then he was the head coach of Buffalo.
Ooh. No, they did win a lot there.
They were 4 games over 500 in his tenure.
At Buffalo? Never mind. It drives home my point even more.
I don't think
109 of his 183 career wins came at Wisconsin Whitewater.
Oh, my God.
But you'd have to be pretty good.
That was before the 2000s.
You'd have to be pretty good to win at both Buffalo and Kansas. Not exactly two.
Yeah, and he hasn't really done either.
Well, we'll give him credit, but he's not in the top 25.
I'm not giving him anything.
Not if Pinkel doesn't get on there.
I kind of have to say that. I realize that is a Missouri-centric take, but I think even like Kansas fans that go, if you're not going to have Gary Pinkel on there, I don't really know how you have. And I'm not saying Pinkel should be on there, but if Lance Leopold's on there, Gary Pinkel's
body of work, bowl games. But what about Mike Gundy? Is he not on there?
And the premise for Leopold being on there, he's not on there, Martin. The premise for Leopold being on there is turning Kansas around, and that's, kind of relative. My God, Missouri was a doormat.
Right, and they're making Kansas out to sound like there's some little school to poor. They're a major state university in the Midwest.
Mangino did more at Kansas.
Yeah, he'd be more deserving. Right. Lance Leopold.
People from Tennessee would like to see Derek Dooley's name on that list.
Derek Dooley, well, he's running for the United States Senate now, Doug, in Georgia.
We gotta get Rondo on stat.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think people just started mentioning great college coaches. Okay, this was specific to the last 25 years.
That's correct. Yeah. That's the list. Chairman Kurt is getting an earful again on the Callier and Thompson phone lines.
And then we let them go on the air, and then they start swearing once we put them on the air.
That's correct. That's the way.
These guys are some dumb mother.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, you can share your thoughts. 314-974-0101. Give Chairman Kurt a piece of your mind, I guess.
He's got it coming.
Is this person on?
No, they just wanted to let me know that they played at Wisconsin Whitewater, and Lance Leopold was the starting quarterback.
Okay.
And he didn't want to come on the air with that?
No, just kind of letting me know.
Ours is the type of presentation
where friends feel they can drop in
that's
at
like
any time.
The same as calling like Emo's Pizza and telling them that. Like, if you're not going to go on the air, what's the point?
You call Emo's and say, hey, I had a sausage pizza once.
Do you want to order one? No. Okay, that's weird.
Hey, you guys still making pepperoni pizzas? Yeah, just wondering.
Another garbage garbage list. That's from Jake, and he's in St. Genevieve.
I think that yielded some pretty good results.
Email in the morning after at InsideSTL.com. Chairman Kurt now taking calls about sausage pizzas. 314-974-0101. And he is not happy with this call. Whatever's going on, if you're watching on YouTube,
Yeah,
you
used
can
to be
see
in the
over
radio
Martin's
business.
shoulder.
Whenever you have to hold the phone a couple of inches away from the ear, that's how you know someone's really giving it to you.
In the business. Hold on, let's listen to it.
Let's see.
All right, hold on.
Oh, wow.
This is a live one.
He's going to make
Tim.
his way through?
Yeah.
Is he talking pizza?
Is this safe?
Oh, yeah, Keith. We've talked to him before from
This
Milwaukee.
is Keith from Milwaukee.
Oh, good.
South.
Calgary Towns. Keith, good morning. You're on with Jackson Burkett.
Good morning, guys. It's Keith from South Milwaukee.
Oh,
I think
South.
Martin would know where South Milwaukee is.
On the other side of the bridge to nowhere.
Yeah, just down by Cudahy and Oak Creek. But anyway, my freshman year, I played football at the University of Whitewater,
Cut
the
it out.
Warhawks.
Did you?
Yeah.
Position?
And I'm sorry, my position, I was defensive back.
Oh.
Now, are you the one who called in to tell Kurt I played at Whitewater and then we made fun of a guy calling in and then you called back?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I'm the one who, called in. You called me Greg. It was Keith from Green Bay, then / Greg, and I was the one that with the Greyhounds around the Busch Stadium as entertainment and betting.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
What's up? Let's go. Let's go.
Did you get any interceptions? Did you get any picks?
So, but anyway, yeah, Lance was.
Did you get any interceptions or picks?
Yes, I got 2 interceptions my rookie year or my freshman year against River Falls, University of River Falls. And the weird thing about it is they did a triple option, so they never threw the ball, like the wishbone, and they might throw the ball maybe 8 times a game or something. So
And you got 2 of them.
2 interceptions. Yeah, my freshman year.
Okay, that's good. You had a big game for yourself.
Keith,
Quarterback was trash.
Keith, I'm not sure what this means, but this texter just said, "Tell Keith to shove 1,000 cheese curds in his throat so he can't breathe." That seems a little. It seems a little harsh.
It is harsh.
Wow.
Yeah, maybe I got that nasal thing because I've been down here about 7-8 years. I'm still not used to this, the humidity and then with the pollen and stuff. So. But anyway.
Okay, so you're in St. Louis now? You're not in Milwaukee?
Yeah.
You're back in St. Louis.
From Milwaukee.
He's in Dogtown.
My wife is from St. Louis, but so we moved back. We met up in Milwaukee, and then we moved down here about 7 years ago. So, yeah, I love it. Dogtown area. Mike?
Yes, go. Go
Doug,
talk.
Doug,
Good, thank you.
UW Whitewater, right around Lake Geneva area.
So you had something to say to keep interrupting you. So what was your hot take?
He called to say that he played at Whitewater, where Lance Leopold
That was
also
it?
played.
Okay.
Were you there at the same time as Lance Leopold? Maybe I can connect these dots.
Yes, I was. I was a freshman, and then he was a senior, so I played 1 year with him.
There you go.
Again, I'm enjoying the show.
All right. Now, were these picks thrown right at you, like it was right in your gut, or did you have to make a nice play to get them?
I had to make a nice play on one of them. The other one was just they just threw it right to me. So.
Yeah.
Doug, the other one in.
That's why that quarterback never went anywhere.
For the record, Tim, Doug is doing your follow-up question on this call.
Keith, thank you for the call and sharing the anecdote.
All right, you guys be good.
All right, thank you. There's
All
Keith.
right, thank you.
Whitewater Warhawks.
Cool story. Now go intercept some bleach. That's from the unknown DJ. Launch this guy into the sun.
Oh.
This guy definitely played football. I can feel the CTE through the phone. That's from Mr. Siders.
That seems
Doug,
cruel.
these Callier and Thompson phone lines sometimes.
Yeah, not friendly. Not at all friendly.
You can
All
share.
this because Lance Leopold is 25th.
That's right.
on the
24th,
list.
Martin.
Oh, 24th?
Yeah.
Jeez. Oh, the 25th we never heard of.
That's correct. I hadn't anyway.
Well, if a
Jerry
quarterback
Moore.
only throws 8 passes and you've picked off 2 of them, you've had a heck of a game.
I would say.
They wouldn't let him throw anymore, probably. So that's it. You're done throwing. You're just going to hand off.
This guy definitely wears his letter jacket from 30 years ago. That's from the Warren County Wizard. Email in your stories of glory. The morning after at InsideSTL.com. The program is called TMA, and it's presented by Brown & Crouppen. We are in the Mark Hanna Evergreen Wealth Strategies 9 o'clock hour on 101 ESPN and the TMA STL YouTube channel.
It's Halloween, it's time to scare the pants off your friends. It's Halloween, it's time to collect strangers' candy. It's Halloween, it's time to do some pumpkin carving. What are you going to be for Halloween?
The program's called TMA. We're taking your Glory Days stories today. 314-974-0101. Martin and Doug played in back-to-back state championship games. How about that?
You don't see him calling into the show.
Yeah. Hit a home run off Tom Seaver. These are facts, Jack. Jackson beat Jason Tatum.
Mm-hmm. I was on the program. I always say they would play with 4 before they put me in that game. But I was a sophomore at the time.
And you beat Jason Tatum? Ladue beat?
We beat them.
Your squad. This is what, grade school?
No.
Varsity?
School? Yeah.
Oh, is that right?
District championship in 2014.
Whoa,
look at you.
I contributed nothing.
Okay.
Well, that's
kind of like this show.
I got some.
Oh! Bow!
I kept the fellas hydrated. I'm not even going to dignify that shot.
The alliance is over.
He waved me off.
He did. I saw
got
that.
waved off.
Yeah. Not falling for that bait.
People are texting now with their accomplishments since Keith shared his Whitewater accomplishments.
Yeah, with Lance Leopold, 24th best coach in college football over the last 25 years. I rode the Pine for the University High School in a game we won 1-0, even though we were no hit. I guess that's I guess that's all I got.
The pitcher walked someone home.
Head coach Steve Nicolrat loved base running. He was the Whitey Herzog of high school baseball, and one of our guys, Chuck Simon Doug, we called him Chuck. His name was
Chucky
Eric.
Si, yeah.
And I believe he stole home, and we won 1-0.
Wow.
Yep.
Stole home. That is aggressive base running.
Yes, indeed.
Clearly runs rather premium.
That's happened in the major leagues where a team got no hit and still
And won a game?
Yeah. Houston, I think they were still the Houston Colt 45s. I believe the pitcher's name was Ken Johnson, and he threw a no-hitter, but somebody hit a little infield chopper to him, and he threw the ball away, and the guy got on base, and ground ball, sacrifice fly, got him home, and it was
nice piece of hitting.
1-0 was.
Well, with the new ghost runner rule, you could theoretically throw a perfect game and still lose.
Yeah.
Because you get that runner on second. Well, no, I guess you could throw a no-hitter and still lose. Not a perfect game. Because you'd have to walk.
Ground ball.
Oh, yeah. No, you're right. Yeah, you
Ghost
could throw a perfect game and still lose with the ghost runner.
You could win and still not win and lose.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
I wonder if that would still count as a perfect game.
But if
I don't think it could.
If the run scores, then by definition, it's not
a perfect game.
Why? You didn't allow a base runner.
But part of the perfect game statistics is not allowing a run.
You could retire 30 straight hitters and still lose.
Right, but that would be an unearned run.
Wouldn't be an unearned run.
Why? He got on second because of the ghost runner.
Oh, yeah, they don't count those as earned runs.
Right.
Yeah.
Or you could score a run by having a runner at third, but the catcher throws the ball and hits the bat of the opposing team, which happened with Pedro Paez and the Dodgers. Did you see that yesterday?
Yeah.
He went to throw down to third. He couldn't figure out where the hell the ball went because it hit the bat.
It's kind of a wonder that doesn't happen more often on that throw to third.
Yeah.
Doug, they're not happy in the Bronx. If you think they're not happy in St. Louis, well, they're really not happy in the Bronx. Now, the Yankees did beat the Rangers yesterday, 3-2, ending the losing streak, but they're calling for heads. Aaron Boone, Evan Roberts, host of WFAN. Jackson, what do we have here?
They're not happy with the playoff-bound Yankees, and they want the pound of flesh, I guess. Here you go.
I watch bullpen mismanagement. I watch bad defense. I watch head-up-your-ass baseball. And I've watched the Jazz play over and over again. The more I've watched it, the more angry I get. Yeah. And so the only solution I can offer you to the Yankee fans out there is the thing that you would scream at 2 a.m. when calling up Big Mac. And that is, they got to fire the manager. And Aaron, if you're listening, It ain't personal, bro. It's business. Because firing the manager sparks teams. I can sit here all day and list examples of it.
I think Aaron Boone, unfortunately, as much as he'll never admit this, and it sounds depressing, he is a messenger boy for the Yankee organization. Unfortunately. And the message to that Yankee team and that Yankee roster is that if somebody messes up, F's up multiple times, nothing matters, nothing gets held in accountable fashion.
I'd like to listen to that all day, every day, as a manager in one of the New York teams. And the Mets have no Bulls.
The Mets have no Bulls.
And he told Aaron Boone, if you're listening right now, which I'm going to guess he probably
was streaming
wasn't.
in Arlington from his office.
Yeah, if you're listening right, it's not personal. It's not personal.
No.
The Yankees are 61-54, 6.5 back of the Blue Jays in the American League East, and they currently occupy the third wild card spot with a 1.5 lead on the Guardians and the Rangers. Doug, I know a lot of St. Louisans love Kansas City. The Royals are still in the mix. They're 4 back of the third wild card, even though they're below 500.
Yeah, they're not having a season really any better than the Cardinals, and yet there's probably a whole different vibe there than there is here.
I think they're probably just focused on Mahomes and Kelsey.
Could be.
It ain't personal, bro. It's business.
And you are who to decide?
Well, he works with Tiki. It's Evan and Tiki.
Okay. All right.
Although they might be getting booted because Carton's show got canceled, and they'll probably bring him back to WFAN. At least that's what Andrew Marchand says.
It is kind of amazing how virtually all of us in talk radio know more about baseball than all of the managers currently working in the league.
I think the thing that is the advantage for us is we're not inside the clubhouse with them and didn't play the game.
So we see it from a different perspective.
Correct.
A perspective which is we don't know what the hell we're talking about.
But, Tiki, are you coming back to football because you miss it, or are you coming back to football because you just had a big failure in broadcasting?
See, that's rough. That's a rough question.
And the conversation continued at that point?
Mike, your question is leading. And, a lot of people will say that you don't do a good job at what you do because you badger your viewers, your listeners. You badger your interviewers.
Tiki, that's ridiculous. That's subjective. I have a tremendously successful broadcasting career for a quarter of a century.
Okay.
All right, fast forward to next week. John Mozeliak is our guest to talk all things Cardinals. Mo, are you leaving because your contract's up or because it's been a tremendous failure the last couple of years?
I've got a podcast that's in the top 50 in every country on the planet.
Doug, we chose this career.
Yeah, we don't yell enough to be able to work in New York.
Do you think at Mizzou journalism right now, the kids like, I got to run, I got a class, what do you got, yelling 101?
I've got hair that people would die to have.
Who said that?
Don LaGreca.
I'm a Don LaGreca lemon.
There's always a LaCreca, isn't there like a Sal and a Don? You played like some audio the other day. It was a guy named Sal.
Sal Licata.
Yeah, Licata, LaGreca. We got all these. Hey.
Oh, no. You started with the
I was just saying, like,
it's not going to be easy for me going home tonight. And that's got nothing to do with the fact that my wife is taking the boys to Six Flags.
Oh, really?
You spend all day there?
Yeah.
They'll probably be all tuckered out.
No, that is not the way.
Tell you what, why don't you go meet him after 11 o'clock?
You know, it's funny you should say that, because after I was done cooking up some barbecue on the griddle last night, Doug, you like that griddle you were talking about earlier?
Yeah, it's okay.
She goes, we're not going until noon, so I guess
Yeah, you can go.
And I go, ooh, hey, guys.
Yeah.
Well, Martin said there was onboarding 2.0.
You start texting me, can I please come on Movie Boy or something?
Yeah, Movie Boy.
Jackson needed some help with Movie Boy extras.
Ladies and gentlemen, Martin does have onboarding. Then there's onboarding 2.0 today. They always do that on
Let your wife know you're invited to 2.0.
On the 7th of the month is onboarding 2.0. 10 o'clock hour coming your way, which includes the Design Air Heating and Cooling email today. Email in to win Stiefel Classic tickets and VIP parking for the prize today. The morning after at InsideSTL.com. This is TMA presented by Brown & Crouppen on 101 ESPN.
You have heard the name Stiefel, and you even know how to pronounce it now. It is Stiefel, not Stiffel. They sponsor everything, including this award-winning broadcast dossier. But did you know they're also throwing one of the biggest parties St. Louis has seen since the parade down Market Street in 2019? It's the Stiefel Charity Classic. New title, new energy, and it's all going down September 4th through the 7th at Norwood Hills Country Club, where golf legends from the PGA Tour champions show off their beautiful golf swings, and St. Louis shows up to support well-deserved charities. Did we mention there's a concert? OAR is performing live at the Friday night community concert presented by CarShield. That's right, of a Revolution, bringing the good vibes, the sing-alongs, and probably a few thousand people who still know every word to Shattered. Friday tickets cost $50, golf and OAR included. These bad boys are selling faster than a Friday foursome at the Dotem. Any kids 16 and under, also active military, veterans, and first responders, you are in for free because you are awesome. So grab your sunscreen, your lawn chair, and your best golf outfit and head down to Stiefel Charity Classic, StiefelCharityClassic.com. And don't forget, if you win the email of the day today and throughout the week, you win a free pass to the golf tournament. So we will see you there.
This is Jackson with the Sports Center update. It's driven by Johnny Wandoff Chevrolet and Johnny Wandoff Autoplex. The Boston Red Sox signed outfielder Roman Anthony to an 8-year contract extension. The deal includes a $5 million signing bonus. Is for $130 million, but sources say that with significant escalators, it could max out at $230 million for the outfielder. That was another Sports Center update, driven by Johnny Wandoff Chevrolet and Johnny Wandoff Autoplex. See them at Wandoff.com. Chevy, together we drive. Are you kidding me?
Now, Doug, it's Rockwell, but this is Michael Jackson here doing the chorus.
Seems like it, yeah.
It's TMA 101 ESPN, 10:11 in St. Louis. Time check brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers. Tim McKernan, Doug Vaughn with you in the 10 o'clock hour. Chairman Kurt slides up to the dais when Martin has onboarding in the 10 o'clock hour. Little Jackie Papers is on the ones and twos. Watch the program at youtube.com/TMASTL. Michelob Ultra, sponsor of our YouTube chat. And 203 folks are in there talking it over, including Joey Vitale's Gooner module?
Now, what would that be?
I think that's a play on. I think that's probably a play on words of lunar module because he was talking about the moon.
Oh,
landing.
yeah. We're probably going to follow up on moon talk tomorrow with Joey. We got Joey Vitale, Miles Michaelis, and Matt Holliday tomorrow. Like a smorgasbord.
Wow. That is quite a
That is the
presentation.
plan.
Along with the Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day, the morning after at InsideSTL.com. That is coming your way today at 10:45, and we're giving away tickets to the Stiefel Classic along with VIP parking for our Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day. 100 West Dental is located on Manchester. It's in Baldwin. It's Dr. Brandon Pryor and his team. And once you go into 100 West Dental, you go, I can't believe that this is a dentist's office. It looks like a totally different world. And that's because of the technology that they have in there that separates them from the competition. It's 100westdental.com. Don't even need to call to get an appointment. Just go to the website, look at the calendar, see when they have availability, and get right in there. If you are interested in Invisalign, they have a special for TMA listeners. You give them my name, you get $1,000 off Invisalign at 100 West Dental. They're located on Manchester. They are in Baldwin. And if you don't have dental insurance, that's not going to be a problem. The membership plan aids in the cost of dental work for those who do not have dental insurance. It's 100 West Dental at 100westdental.com. What happened to the Mo interview? That's from Park Steak.
Don't scream
Next
at
week.
us like that.
Mo will join us next week.
Yeah, Martin did talk about that yesterday, but Doug, I realize listeners, they cycle on, they cycle off. And while we're grateful for the listeners who are able to listen for all 4 hours, I realize not everybody can, but John Mazalek now is going to be with us next week, and we're just going to scream at him.
I think we should, yeah.
It's just what you do. Is
to show that we're smarter.
You don't just get to ride off into the sunset around here. Not through this program.
Maybe some towns, maybe through some media people, you could do that.
Yeah.
This isn't UW Whitewater.
No, this is the big time here.
Has anybody watched Netflix's SEC football documentary, which was produced by the same people who did Full Swing? It debuted.
What was it, 2 days ago?
2 days ago, that's correct.
I've yet to see it. I really want. I'm very much looking forward to that.
I want to watch it as well. So I gather nobody has here on the dais.
No.
I want to watch. I want to watch that. I'm anxious to see what the angles are that they take. I don't know how much Missouri will get, even though Missouri played in 4 of the most compelling conference games last year.
So this is all from stuff from last year, much like Full Swing and Drive to Survive.
That's correct.
Yeah.
And then Hard Knocks with the Bills just debuted.
That's still
Max.
Yeah, that's still one of the most impressive TV production feats ever, that they can turn
And
that
it
around.
started, I think, in 2001.
Yeah, with the Ravens, right?
With the Ravens. And Todd Heap, Doug, was that Todd Heap? He was a tight end?
The golden receiver?
That's right.
That's where Saragusa became a star, right? Is through the Hard Knocks.
Yeah.
And became well known, now, of course, was in Sopranos.
And then he was on the Fox broadcast team, and he would stand under the uprights with an untucked shirt and just kind of wander around the sidelines.
Yeah, that was odd. How could he see anything from there?
Hello, lads. You chumps make my day every morning, even during the August dead period for sports. Love you. Bye-bye. That's from your mom's lesbian lover.
That's really a nice sentiment.
Oh, how about this from Larry Thornton, big Mizzou fan, too, former KSTK sports producer. How about this? Missouri declined access. They are not in it at all, other than from the angle of the other team.
Huh. I wonder how
I
many.
had not. That's and then Larry Thornton knows his stuff, so he uses his real name. I know he. So this isn't.
I'm seeing a story from the Columbia Missourian back in December saying Mizzou wouldn't participate.
Were they the only? I'm crowdsourcing here, Chairman, but you have an article
I'll
up in front of you.
No, I have it.
Who else did not participate?
Alabama, Oklahoma, Ole Miss,
wow.
Texas, and Georgia.
Wow, what?
It
So
seems
right
like
there
there's
with
not
the
going to be
blue
much.
bloods.
It's going to be a lot of Hail State, I guess.
Well, Doug, Hail State and their coach.
So they thought they had a good idea for a program, and then they got turned down by all the programs they wanted to go in and do stories on.
I mean, what is there to Diego Pavia will probably have some run in that.
Actually, that's a fun, interesting story.
Guys, Missouri's a meat and potatoes program, not a Hollywood production. That's from the Amateur Proctologist.
The trailer features LSU's Brian Kelly, South Carolina's Shane Beamer, and Texas A&M's Mike Elko, 2 of the 3. Oof. It also takes an introspective look at DJ Lagway, Graham Mertz, Garrett Nussmeier, and Diego Pavia, as Chairman just mentioned. So that looks like that's the angle. So a lot of LSU, South Carolina, A&M, Vanderbilt.
Guys, to date, my favorite Hard Knocks moment might be Antonio Cromartie struggling to remember the names of some of his children. Doug, that's from the unknown DJ.
How many kids did he have?
He had a large family and struggled to recall all of their names. I know you've done that sometimes, though.
It happens.
Yeah.
I think Isaac Bruce came from a family of like 17 kids or something.
I'm always partial to the moment. I think it was DeAndre Hopkins' rookie year where D'Angelo Hall starts talking crap to him, and on the next play, he literally breaks his ankles and pops his Achilles.
A reliable source of information that Larry Thornton is. Where is Wingo going again? That's from Kwame Boyukas IV.
God, he's still wearing that?
Call back to Larry Thornton saying, what did he say? He was going to Missouri?
Yeah. Larry Thornton. Larry, well, he's at Texas now. Larry Thornton was not the only person involved in Mizzou athletics who was very confident that Wingo would be heading into Columbia. So, in fairness to Mr. Thornton.
Boys, I think there's some swinging going on at my son's big box daycare. There's a parents' night out coming up, and there is a, quote, group getting together for apps and cocktails over at Barb's house. I'll be boots on the ground, and we'll report back to you. Doug, that's from caller Buzz, who won the June 2023 TMA Listener of the Month, and he is boots on the ground for us.
Love that term.
They have big box stores now that
do daycares, and then Barb hosts these app parties.
Parents all get together.
Like Menards presents preschool.
There's a lot of room for preschoolers in there.
Someone texted in earlier, the Waffle House on South Lindbergh is a pony right now.
Oh, I doubt it. I doubt it is.
we need boots on the ground there.
You guys see this story about the Denmark Zoo asking people to donate their small pets so the predators can eat a more natural diet?
Wow.
And I'm wondering, would you donate your gerbil?
Crap. Oh, my gerbil?
They want like guinea pigs and gerbils and hamsters and small pets.
And they need people to donate them as opposed to just going to
people to donate.
Like, yeah, that's really odd. Like if
really strange.
If the St. Louis Zoo put that out, you'd be like, what? You would think it was spam.
My first thought was dogs and cats, but I don't think that's what they're asking. They're asking for like rabbits and they'd like you to give up your gerbils.
Round up your gerbil, your lemmings. You could get some lemmings.
Yeah.
Email in with your pets the morning after at InsideSTL.com for the Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day. The program's called TMA at Arizona 101 ESPN. Michael's Flooring, family and locally owned now for over 30 years. You can go online at igotfloored.com. That's igotfloored.com. And you can get 3 samples from Proximity Mills, and that's for free. That's right. Michael's passion is flooring, and that is why they have been family and locally owned and operated for over 30 years. Just come in and talk to them, and you're going to see the difference at Michael's Flooring. They want to make sure they suggest the best thing for you and not just pushing what corporate is telling them they have too much of. Go to igotfloored.com There is a reason that Michael has continued to grow through the 31 years. Employees love working for him as they feel like family, and he makes sure they are taken care of. And then this rubs on the families buying the product as they know they have the best interests of the buyers. It's Michael's Flooring. IGotFloored.com. 3 locations to serve you in Creve Coeur, Darden Prairie, and St. Peter's. Come see why people are loving getting floored by Michael, and make sure you visit IGotFloored.com. $1984.
It says here 82.
The hell it does. The hell it does.
You had a copy of this vinyl, did you not?
I did. I think I had to do 25 push-ups, and then my dad took me up to Peaches at the corner of Hampton and Chippewa. There's a Chick-fil-A there now.
Yeah.
And reluctantly bought me the album, surprised that I could do 25 push-ups.
25 was enough to get it. But you also had the red jacket that you wore to school.
I wore the Thriller jacket, yeah. Played well.
Tim, can I ask you a question?
I am taking questions. Doug, you are
No, I can't take questions right now.
Of the big 3 on the Thriller album, Thriller, Beat It, Billie Jean, which was your favorite of the 3?
I think I'm going to go with Beat It.
You think that would be, like, if we were to poll 100 Americans alive at that time, you think that would be the least popular answer or the most?
I think Billie Jean might be the favorite. I think the Thriller video makes Thriller as popular as it is.
Would agree. That's a great take.
And I wanted a Beat It jacket.
Oh, gosh.
You wanted the Beat It
jacket. So that's the thing. I think if I would have shown up in the Beat It jacket at St. Gabriel's, like people have been like, oh, man, that's Brad Pitt.
Where can I get one?
Right. But because it was the Thriller jacket, it might have been scary because the video was so scary.
It is legitimately scary.
Thank you.
The Beat It jacket, though, is the one with all the zippers, right?
That's right. Yeah.
I don't know. I think that one.
You think that would have been better over Our Lady of Sorrows?
I don't think that would have gone well.
Did you have the glove that went with it, the white glove?
We're from South St. Louis. We can't afford diamond-studded gloves.
Okay.
Did you wear like an oven mitt or something?
Yeah. I wore a golf glove. 2 of them, though. A.J. Preller, Doug, profile done by Ken Rosenthal in The Athletic this morning regarding a general manager who will do anything to get his team into position to win a World Series. So this is kind of like us being on the cuck chair reading this article.
Okay.
But the A's were crystal clear. They were not trading Mason Miller, who I believe was on the Prime Minister's last year after the Southside Seaman DFA'd him.
Yeah.
I'm very pleased with that move.
Picked him up for nothing.
So how then did the Padres come away with Miller? And even though this isn't something Cardinal fans can relate to at this particular moment, here is how Preller pulled it off. He cited 2 factors: a constant communication that his assistant GM Josh Stein maintained with the A's, focusing mostly on left-handed starter J.P. Sears. Initially, a little bait and switch. Hey, we're interested in Sears, so let's keep talking. And they did get him. And then the A's realization that the Padres system was strong enough to build an acceptable deal, one that would include Law's number 13 prospect shortstop Leo DeVries, Leo DV, and attractive young pitching as well. The A's GM, David Forrest, told reporters when the Padres suggested they were open to including Leo, that's kind of when this deal got serious. And Preller said it was actually the A's who proposed a deal, including DeVries, a few days before the deadline, telling the Padres, hey, if this is something you want to do, then this is the structure. However it transpired, Preller said the final deal, DeVries and pitching prospects Braden Nett, Henry Baez, and Eduardo Nunez from Miller and Sears was not a matter of him relentlessly wearing the A's down. Quote, you're never going to badger a team. It's not like that in getting a deal done. It's more about continually being active and checking in and making sure that as we go through what we want to accomplish and what we need to accomplish, Mason Miller was going to be an option, or we would know he was not going to be. And that is the thing that in San Diego they have been doing under Preller. And to their credit, they have been able to get the reciprocation of investment from their fan base because they feel like the organization is committed to doing whatever it takes, especially considering they're in a division in which they're most likely not going to win it. Now, they're only 2 games out, but they're up against the Dodgers, so you know what you're up against, and therefore you're taking a shot for a best of 3. So I know in the moment a fan base loves it. The question is, are you moving chips in, and then in 2028, 2029, you're going, oh, crap. But if you take a look at the last decade-ish of Cardinal baseball, there have been a number of players who were considered untouchable when Julys would roll around, who wound up floundering in Major League Baseball, which is something, Doug, you often talk about. Get the guy you know who can produce as opposed to the guy you're worried will produce for another organization.
Right. Win now. You don't know what's going to happen 4 or 5 years from now. You don't know how many of these prospects, if any, ever make it. And why is 2028, why is that season more important than 2025 season? It isn't. If you got a chance to win now, you should take it and try to win. There's too many X factors that you can't control 3 or 4 years down the road. You always think that when you make these trades, oh, we got some great prospects. Wow, are we ever going to be good? Well, why is down the road more important than now? It isn't. And you don't know that these prospects are going to make it. Most of them don't.
That's
so I'm all on board with that.
Now, to play devil's advocate, you got some like Marcell Ozuna, and the Cardinals traded for him, and then you're losing out on guys like Gallen and Alcantara.
They also picked up Nolan Arenado and gave up virtually nothing.
Yeah, no. They can balance it.
Austin Gomber.
Colorado thinking, boy, we got some prospects now. We'll be really good in 2025.
I don't know what Colorado was thinking on that move.
Well, I think there could be something to be, when it's all said and done, investigated on that. I don't think that's
no. I don't think it's
that bold. I mean, if Colorado's not only willing to like acquire a couple randos and pay the money, and now the Cardinals, here they are, and you know they would be more than happy to pay some money and acquire anything. then it makes you wonder. But, Doug, here is your list of the top 10 Cardinal prospects in 2020 to give us some context.
In
5 years ago.
2020, okay.
Do you think you could name any, by the way? I know you love a good guessing game.
Oh, in 2020? What year did you say?
Oh, I said 2020. It was a magical time in history.
So that is before Mason Wynn, right?
A Mason Wynn, correct. Not on there.
Before him.
Luke and Baker was 22.
Burleson? Was he that far away? Is he that long ago?
Burleson was not in the top 10.
Okay.
All right, here you go.
Can I have some initials?
Dylan Carlson.
Okay.
Number 1.
Yeah.
Nolan Gorman got his eye back. Number 2.
Okay.
Matthew Liberatore had just been acquired for Randy Arozarena, who became the 18th player in Major League Baseball history just last week to have 5 straight 2020 seasons. Ivan Herrera, number 4. Zach Thompson, number 5. Andrew Kisner, number 6. Elehuris Montero, now with the Rockies. AAA, though, now. Number 7. I'm not familiar with this gentleman. John Torres, Genesis Cabrera, and Junior Fernandez. So of those 10 players, how many would you say?
Well, Herrera looks like he could be an impactful player. I guess you'd have to say same with Liberatore. He's a starting pitcher. He's going to, take the ball every 5th day.
Where's Genesis at now? He got traded last.
Pirates.
I don't know.
Pirates, right?
Pirates organization.
Most of the other guys are just guys.
Yeah.
If that. Carlson, Gorman, Thompson. They're just guys.
Now, let's go back a decade. And I'm doing this for the purpose of what can get in people, and I think specifically, most importantly, organizations' heads regarding prospects and what can become overvaluing them. 2015, Doug, going back. Marco Gonzalez was number 1. Alex Reyes was number 2. Rob Kaminsky was 3. Jack Flaherty, 4. Stephen Piscotty, 5. Randall Grichuk, 6. Tim Cooney, 7. Luke Weaver, 8. Magneuris Sierra, 9. And Jacob Wilson, 10.
I remember Jacob Wilson.
A lot of those guys were number 1 draft picks.
Mag Sierra could fly. God, could he run.
Yeah.
Going down the list, even going into the top 20, the only name that is major leaguing is Edmundo Sosa, who's been filling in at 3rd for the Phillies with the injuries that they have had, and they'll occasionally get a start at short for the Phillies. But looking in the others receiving votes category, I don't recognize. Oh, Oscar Mercado was in the others receiving votes.
Okay.
Xavier Scruggs, Patrick Wisdom. Other than that, I don't believe any other big leaguers are in that category. So the reason I present that is the opposite of what the Cardinals have been for many fans here the last few years, which is aggressive in 23, 24, and 25. And part of that is, we don't want to part with our prospects. Well, here's your list of prospects in 2020. Here's your list of prospects in 2015. And this is just the list, and you can form your own opinion because factually this is what they were ranked by MLB.com. You are welcome to give your thoughts, 314-399-9646. It is TMA. We've got the Design, Air, Heating, and Cooling email of the day coming up. This is The Morning After, and it's presented to you by Brown & Crouppen on 101 ESPN. The freaks come out.
Okay.
Ba ba.
This is a banger.
This is not much of a banger.
The freaks come out.
Okay.
John Denton with this report. Nolan Arenado's path back to the Cardinals will take him through Jupiter, Florida, to play golf.
I was about to say medalist.
Medalist in Grove.
Seminole.
See if you can get on Seminole. Arenado, who was placed on the 10-day injured list on August 1st with the right shoulder strain, will report to the Cardinals complex in South Florida on Friday, in parentheses for a member guest, where he will resume strengthening drills and batting practice sessions. Ali Marmol said. Arenado will be working to strengthen his injured right shoulder while also trying to regain his timing at the plate and with his wedges. So,
couldn't they do the strengthening in St. Louis?
No.
Don't they have weights and a workout room
Lifetime
here?
Fitness is such a meat market that they have to.
Really? They don't have their own weight room at Busch Stadium?
And there aren't
no place to take
people in
batting
South
practice?
Florida, so they got to. Yep, that's the deal.
They've got indoor batting cages and they got a whole stadium.
We don't make the rules,
where they can
Doug.
hit
Yeah.
and lift weights.
I read what's in the teleprompter.
Okay.
Meat market.
So it's that much of. I go there all the time. It's not a meat market.
You got to go with the witching hour.
You're a 25-ounce fillet there, my man.
I don't think
Yes,
so.
you are. 25-ounce fillet. Boy, you better pack your lunch. Isn't that what John Candy ate in the
That's
Great
a
Outdoors?
cattleman's cut there.
That was the old 96er, wasn't it?
Bone in.
And it was a 96-ounce steak, wasn't it?
Yes. It's like the size of...
He polished it off.
I'm not surprised.
Why bring Arenado back at all this season? That's from Kurt's former coworker.
Because you're paying him. Might as well. And that's what Ali
isn't
Marmol
it
said
really
yesterday.
kind of strange that you would send him down there as opposed to here? We don't have coaches here. We don't have strength people here.
I guess one could make the argument that the coaches are busy with the actual ball club, not with the development of someone individually. I'm just trying to play devil's advocate. I have no idea why they would do this.
I guess. It must be the golf. And the lifetime, I guess. Too much of a meat market, and that's why he has to go to Jupiter?
Jupe Town, baby. Jupe Town, baby. We gets down, baby. For the crown, baby. Florida Minor League Complex has better imaging equipment to optimize training. That's Vizzini.
Sure it does.
Thank you, Vizzini.
Because they can't afford imaging equipment here?
Doug, it's maintenance season in South Florida. That's in the bathtub of iced draft beer.
Nice.
Guys, Jupiter has a Rascal Flats bar that he likes. That's from Manute Bowl eligible.
Well,
we're going to have one in downtown, and unfortunately
fell short. Doug, how much of a 96-ounce steak you think you can get through? 20 ounces?
I can eat a lot.
Yeah.
Especially if I don't have to eat anything else with it.
Mount Rushmore steaks and
Oh, no. It's wherever you're eating for me. I don't eat a lot of steak, but I could eat a lot of it
if you
in any one setting.
Yeah, I'm kind of a meat and potatoes guy.
Steak would be right up that.
Yeah. I like that Citizen K.
Went there for the first time last year. It was delicious.
I like that
Citizen. Yeah, it's very good.
Tucker's is always one of my favorites.
Why don't I get some carryout from Citizen Kane's while we watch Human Centipede tonight?
Ugh.
And Human Centipede is about, he said it's an insect documentary?
It's about augmentation.
It's about augmentation, Doug.
I would say it's about amateur surgery is something you don't really want to get involved with.
Nah.
Shot at BBLs in South Florida.
That's
Well,
like
I think
if
at
you
least
get-
they're licensed.
If you get shot out in the wilderness somewhere.
Shot into the sun?
You might have to
You
do
need some amateur surgery. Did they do carry out at Citizen? Can you call them up? Like a steak and potato to go?
Oh, probably would.
It would take away some of the charm of it.
For you, but not for them.
Yeah.
For them, the
I'm
charm is
sure
you
they'll
write the
take
check.
it. Yeah.
I got one of those TV dinner tables.
Oh, I do too, yeah.
So I get another one for Doug while we watch Human Centipede.
Yeah, but
Maybe
like
have it for Citizen Kane's.
a styrofoam clam tray full of like a very expensive steak. Something just seems off about it.
Oh, I looked it up. They do it.
I'm sure they do.
Did you carry out at Citizen Kane's?
I'm sure they do.
I bet almost any restaurant would do
Yeah,
that.
you're leaving money on the table if not. Well, like a place like Fast Eddie's doesn't, but that's because of the drinking aspect of it.
Why overpay Arenado with his overpaid contract in the first place? It's from the 636.
Well, you weren't saying that 2 or 3 years ago. you were saying, boy, it sure is nice that the Cardinals went out and got this future Hall of Famer, and he's having a couple of huge years. Now, on the downside of it, this is what you get.
Mm-hmm. It happened quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, did it ever. Hey, we got the Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day coming up the morning after at InsideSTL.com. That is coming your way here in a matter of moments, and giving away tickets to the Stiefel Classic for our prize, and that includes VIP parking. That is the Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day. Doug, Mark Milton will help you out with any tax responsibilities you may have.
Yeah, every time you go see him, you can get VIP parking. He's got a spot right there in front of the office. I'm always getting VIP parking when I go. Yesterday was Mark Milton's birthday, so happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Milty, and you're going to feel like it's your birthday if you need Mark Milton's services to get the godforsaken tax man away. Maybe you've got unfiled tax returns or tax liens, bank levies, wage garnishments that are bothering you, possibly even an IRS criminal investigation. These are serious things, and you need a professional on your side, and that guy in St. Louis is Mark Milton. His website is stltaxlawyer.com. Mark Milton and stltaxlawyer.com provide a local and holistic approach to tax resolution. He earned his accounting degree at the University of Illinois, #1 accounting program in the country, law degree from St. Louis U, and now he lives and works right here in the St. Louis area. Started his legal career with the Department of Justice Tax Division in Washington, D.C., where he actually represented the IRS in tax cases throughout the country and received the DOJ's Outstanding Trial Attorney Award. This is a big-time guy, and now he helps individuals and businesses right here solve their tax problems. So if you've got any kind of IRS issue, contact Mark Milton at stltaxlawyer.com today. You'll be saying, no, I am not guilty. Yes, I am with Milty.
There it is.
Remember, the choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertisements.
Mark Milton, longtime sponsor here on TMA. Design Air Heating and Cooling email today coming up next. This is 101 ESPN.
This is Jackson with a Sports Center update, and it's brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. Cardinals a win yesterday over the Dodgers. Off day today, back in action tomorrow evening as the Cubs come to town. 7:15 first pitch here in St. Louis. Michael McGreevy on the mound for the Redbirds. That was another Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Daikin heating and air conditioning dealer.
Like this one, Doug?
This is Addams Family or Munsters?
Munsters. Good to hear, Doug. Is that tuba?
That sounds like
Coach Patrick.
Rocky was probably there.
CMA 101 ESPN. Doug, we got the Design Air Heating and Cooling email today, and tickets to the Stiefel Classic with VIP parking on the line. Here we go.
One moment.
Okay.
Sorry, I had to switch off.
Here we go.
I had to switch off the Munsters.
Tell Doug his dog is not crazy. He has a critter in the attic or in the walls, mouse in the house or something in the attic. You're welcome. That's from Dan Beadle.
Dan Beadle.
Think about maybe having an exterminator come over
and taking the dog to the doctor at 1:15 today.
For an exorcism?
Because I think the dog is insane. Yeah.
I think Dan Beadle might be right.
Dan Beadle.
Well, since part 2 of my to-be-continued Liberty Bowl story from Monday didn't make it through the filtered file yesterday, you'll just have to guess what happens. I'll give you a hint. It involves a couple topless gentlemen, some unbuttoned trousers, a little heavy petting, and a 5th down play to win the Liberty Bowl for the Buffaloes. Sound familiar? So go ahead and bet the bankroll on over 6.5 wins for Mizzou, because they will win 7, and they will finish 7-6 after a heartbreaking loss in the Liberty Bowl. You want a few more locks to bet on? Number 1, caller Paul gets all stock trading advice from Reddit. Number 2, Eric in the Central West End wasn't actually ghost hunting at DeBerg Hall. He was up there kissing guys. And number 3, Doug Vaughn won most erotic newsboy of the year this year. That's from Doug Vaughn's Oil Boy, handicapping specialist.
Doug Vaughn's Oil Boy.
Tim, my good old days story's only 2 years old. In 2023 in Pittsburgh, I received a silver and a bronze medal at the national game in power walking game.
The national one.
Better grammar, please. Don't just type anything and send it in. Proofread it.
Now, in the most recent games in Des Moines, Iowa, I ended up in 8th place in both the 5K and the 1,500-meter power walk. Damn new 70-year-olds are fast, LOL. I have come crashing down to earth again and now start over, LOL.
Well, I didn't care for the email.
It's not finished.
It's not finished. Thank you, Chairman. The real heroes, wheat.
Ooh.
The real heroes, wheat.
Wheat thins, delicious.
W-E-T.
W-E-T.
Wetty?
When I shoot that shot.
Wetty like him, Sheck.
Is he trying to type
Maybe that's what it was. The real heroes were the ladies softball team we watched. Imagine, artificial turf. 3 o'clock in the afternoon with 95 degrees and high humidity like we have here. The youngest player on the team we watched was 77. And the oldest was 91. My God.
Can you watch this?
Competitive as ever, but enjoying themselves at the same time. Second, ball and flips it underhand to first base. Third baseman launches a lob throw from third all the way to first. But that's okay because they're trying to get out some woman who's going as fast as she can, even though she's probably 80.
What are we getting here?
It's almost done.
What are we doing?
They got her in the nick of time. I don't know if you've ever been to Santa Claus, Indiana.
Oh,
new topic?
And Nick Foles.
It's close to Holiday World. Have you ever been to Holiday World?
I have not, no.
But we've gone there twice, and it is cleaner than Six Flags.
Is it? Okay.
The parking is free, and the soft drinks are free. It's very, very clean, very responsive staff.
This is a review now.
Somehow I got included in this Yelp.
Okay.
Take care. That's Bill Riley, 72 in October.
Bill Riley.
I don't even think we need to hear another email.
Yeah, that's it.
72 in October.
Bill's going to the Stiefel Classic.
Okay.
We all know that in 2013, Brian Hartline had his second consecutive 1,000-yard receiving season and 4 touchdowns. So Hey K. Adams talked Doug into drafting him as his wide receiver 3, and he put up just 474 yards and 2 touchdowns and was out of football after one more season. Doug has not been that angry and confused since he sauntered into Chester Pendleton's ancient history college class, wide-ruled notebook under his arm, ready for his easy A. And now the ghost of Hartline's great-grandpa haunts Doug's home, delivering the well-deserved justice through Dora, not the Randy dog. It ain't personal, bro. It's business. That's from Shooter McGavin, the vice president of that DeBerg Hall 4th floor sealed room that does not officially exist.
Shooter McGavin.
This ain't a baseball team. At this point, it's a gosh darn hedge fund. Hoarding unproven assets, hedging every bet, terrified to do anything that might pop their precious little prospect bubble. Every double-A shortstop with the pulse is treated like a Fabergé egg, dipped in pan coin, then bubble-wrapped and shelved in a climate-controlled vault next to Moe's crew socks and sand panty liners. This isn't team building, it's cowardice with a cardigan. Mozeliak has mastered the art of doing nothing while sounding condescendingly confident about it. We like our internal options. Translation, we'd rather finish 9th in the Central than risk giving up a kid who might be our 7th best infielder in 2069. Meanwhile, the rotation's a revolving door of gas cans and ground ball prayers, and the bullpen makes the YouTube chat look like upstanding citizens. They treat their prospects like Iggy treats his relationship with SGO Kai's underage girlfriends. Not ready yet. Give it time. You'll see. But in the meantime, the big league product has gone staler than email the day competition since the move to Hubbard. It's like watching a boutique startup that forgot to sell anything, but this front office would rather flush good seasons down the drain than part with some 19-year-old who once hit a triple off Bernard Gilkey in the Main Street Civil War reenactment celebrity softball game back in 2002. Did you go to that?
Probably.
It's been a great read so far.
Did.
The clubhouse is stacked with pitchers named Dakota, Dallas, Bryson, Brixton, Lynn, and Jet. Not a fastball over 93 among them, but plenty of leather dop kits and Pit Viper sunglasses. Get the hell off your spreadsheets and make a move. I'm done. I'm a River City's Rascals fan now. That's from Sinatra, Something Something Cement.
Sinatra, Something Something Cement.
And finally, ours is the type of presentation where a divorced dad who badly needs the audience to understand he's been a super fan longer than they have feels free to drop in at any time and deflect attention away from his family's embarrassing performance. I believe this is Buck Swope's response to Beer Cats we're reading.
Seems like it.
Now, if my ex-wife and kids started participating in this cesspool of a presentation, I'd sit a few plays out and get back to sleeping with hot wives and living my hashtag best divorced dad life. But Beer Cats chose to come at me. Chairman Kurt, Movie Boy, and that guy who texts in using the name of Plowsy's old middle school teacher who got busted for running junk from Chicago to the plowland. Beer Cats objected to my use of the term dweeb, which in fact was an homage to the SNL sketch Geek, Dweeb, or Spaz. Google's AI defines dweeb as a person who is socially awkward, uninteresting, or foolish. That's the bulk of the TMA callers. Geek is defined as someone with deep, often technical knowledge and enthusiasm for a particular subject. That's the TMA emailers, myself included. Obviously, Spaz applies to the TMA texters. For the record, I don't have a server with 20 years of shows cataloged. I just have a weird memory. Also, I'm too pressed for time to participate in the show like I used to. The only thing that keeps me emailing in is to roast the parade of dweebs who call in. Like that sloozer, so the sloozer's arguing about lame exorcist crap that did or didn't happen 76 years ago. That's from Buck Swope DBA, the Recess Lady's Breast, 15-time emailer of the month with 35 consecutive months with at least one win going back to October of 2022.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
Buck Swope.
Doug, that's what we have for the Design Air Heating and Cooling email today. What you got?
I thought there were some pretty good ones, but I'm going to go with Bill Riley. He'll be 72
make
in
it 2
October.
votes.
Make that 3.
Bill O'Reilly is one, and he's going to the Stiefel Classic. Thought Buck Swope had a wonderful response to Beer Cats, but I am rendered just useless here. Bill Riley has won the Design Air Heating and Cooling email today. Enjoy the Stiefel Classic. BK and Ferrario are coming up next. For Jackson Burkett, for Chairman Kurt, for Martin Kilcoyne, for my brother Kevin, for For Douglas Alvin Vaughn, I'm Tim McKernan. This has been TMA, presented to you by Brown & Crouppen on 101 ESPN and the TMA YouTube channel.